Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mass Effect 2. You may have noticed that we are about 10 minutes late today, but there's a really good reason for that. And the reason for that is I basically had to uninstall and reinstall this game like several times over because things broke. Things broke quite a bit. I thought that things might break, and then things broke. So, what are you going to do? Bix, I'm going to show you a window here because
All right.
the thing that broke in such an alarming way that I needed to try and capture it. You have a still image on screen there, right?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. For folks at home here, let me transition over here. This is the glitch that I had happen earlier today. Now, take a good look around, first of all, at some of those shadows and reflections going on the screen.
I see him.
Things are broken, and I was like, huh, that's weird. It's not the worst thing I've seen, but it's weird. But it gets a little bit worse. If we try to talk to Morden here...
Yes, Shepard. You need something.
This happens.
Oh my goodness.
What can you tell me about this plague?
I don't know why this happens.
Advanced design. Suspected.
And it's
collectors
only
before
that one
dimension.
shot.
Purpose seems experimental. Destroys respiratory systems.
But then
with
you
harmful
also
genetic
see-
mutation. Makes sense to avoid humans.
Okay,
Unnecessary to force
so
mutation
first
on
of all-
human genetic structure for sake of variants.
It is only this one
Unnecessary
shot in this
mutations?
one
What are you talking
conversation.
about?
Possible goal of virus.
But as I'm looking
Humans don't have
around,
diverse
first of all,
genetic
the shadow
background,
map seemed
wider
completely
range than
broken.
other sapient races. Makes sense as control group.
But
Let's head for the
B,
environmental plant.
or
Yes,
2,
good.
whichever
Restore power.
one
Release
it is, I
cure.
wasn't
We'll be
paying
here
attention to
when
what I
you
was
return.
saying. If you look at the shadows on the ground, it seems like there is a field of darkness emanating around Shepard that is just slowly encroaching on the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest
This
of the
is what happens when you play Renegade.
That's right. Oh god, there's so much to go over with the way that Origin handles DLC. First of all, let me bring up the game window for you and the folks at home. In addition to solving that problem, which was strange and I didn't understand what it was, I believe I have fixed the problem that we were having yesterday, in which the cursor would just go off screen and open any number of random windows that we didn't want to be opened.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be fine now. Everything went wrong, basically. And the reason that we're here 10 minutes late is because I just finished reinstalling everything and getting it all back into relatively working order. However, you seeing this weirdness with the frames here as I try and turn the camera?
Little bit, yeah.
I'm not sure what the deal is with that, so it might be something that I still need to fix. We'll see. We'll see what happens. In general, it seems... Oh, wait. You know what? I think I know what the problem is. Hold on. This might be Origin's fault as well. Oh my goodness. Hold
Ooh,
on.
shocker.
So, okay, yeah. Let me get out of here. First of all, I am going to I'm going to close this window because I don't think anybody really needs to see that. But Mass Effect 2 has about 25 to 26 different pieces of DLC. About 3 of them, maybe 4, are things that matter, like character packs or, expansions.
Right.
Everything else is like armor packs and guns, which we have it. We have it all. I don't know why we necessarily have it all, but we have it all. And in trying to run Mass Effect 2, the first time Origin was like, "You've got all your DLC, man. You're good to go. It's time to play the game." And instead of that happening, what it really meant was, yeah, we installed about 3 packs of DLC. You've still got 23 downloading, but the game is good to go, and it's all set. And unfortunately, the texture mod, the big overhaul that makes the game a lot prettier, is it will break if anything is installed after it is installed, right? So that was one thing. Also, that whole Cerberus login network is an entirely different nightmare. The reason why all of that DLC wasn't like downloaded to begin with was because it was downloaded onto the system, but it wasn't like registered in the game. Because in the game you have to like sign into the Cerberus network, which A, is no longer active. B, has not been active for a significant amount of time. But C, it's not attached to your EA account. It's attached to your EA Online account. So if you just log in with Origin, and you try and go in with your Origin, like your... What I'm saying is, it's broken. It's bad and it's broken. To the point that I thought I had all the DLC for this game.
Should be nearby. We need to insert the cure.
However,
and reactivate the fans.
I did not. I had to buy it a second time. All the DLC came out to about $25, all said and done.
You don't come here. We shut down machines, break fans.
Fucking love these guys.
Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
I've had enough of this.
Collectors want plague.
The Vorcha are so crazy.
Work for Doctor. Turn on machines. Put cure in air.
His head kind of looks like a turbine.
I've seen us.
Like the backside of a little jet propelled something or other. Give me my sniper.
Stream just died for me.
Oh damn. Okay, I see the bit rate's going down here too. It should be back up. Is it still up on Discord?
The central control system
No, Discord is what went down.
the back wall. You can inject the cure
Okay.
and reinitialize
Is it still
the systems
down?
there.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Wait, I got it.
You got it? Okay. Good.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, that's fine. You're not going to miss too much in this next section. This next section is a combat set piece.
Excellent. The cure is in place. Now we need to reactivate the fans.
We've to recap, we got Garrus, and now we're moving in on trying to get Morden Solus.
Two, one on either side of the room
Morden
you're in
Solus being the one who engineered this whole plague that the area is undergoing, and also engineered a cure, which we have now solved. Or, well, we're in the process of solving it anyway. We're now...
Did he engineer the plague? I thought the collectors did that.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. He could have done it, though. It wouldn't be terribly out of character for Morden to have done it.
If he wanted to.
He's a bit of a... He's not quite renegade, but he's questionable. His morality
He's
is
a bit of a wild card.
for sure. He did pack up those corpses outside of his office just to scare people off, for one thing. The first do no harm did not really enter into his equation.
This fan is
Here's
powering
one
back
down.
up. We still need to activate the other one.
Yeah, there seems to be a weird frame jittering issue when I go side to side, but up and down seems fine, which I kind of have to wonder what that's all about.
This'll put him down.
Not the absolute worst, though. There is, so the texture mod that we're using, also the A Lot texture mod, is one that goes across the entire trilogy. Absolutely gigantic mod. And has a really interesting onboarding process, but we did use it for the first game. We used it a little bit there. and it's some of the biggest file size anything that I've had to download. The only other thing that I didn't include is they have options for a 2K version, which blows everything up to 1080p, but they also have a 4K version, which, you know, significantly blows that up. And I was like, you know, we probably don't need that since we don't output to 4K, and since, I mean, my display isn't 4K. But it's big. It makes, at like maximum settings on maximum hardware with like an ultra wide monitor, these games can look ridiculously good.
You can tell that people really like them a lot more than EA did.
Yes. EA liked the money it made them, and then unfortunately they tried to make more money by making the games bad. Unrelatedly, Mass Effect 3 doesn't look nearly as good as Mass Effect 2 does when you blow it up, because there's only so much that you can do to that game. Not that that has anything to do with what we were just saying, completely unrelated.
Both fans are online. Morden should be pleased.
Should hope so. Remember that being significantly harder on the 360 than it is on the PC.
Environmental systems
Isn't
engaged.
it nice that
Airborne
your
viral
squad
levels
mates aren't
dropping, patients
completely
improving,
useless
reports
now?
are retreating.
It's
Well
pretty
done,
nice.
Shepard. Thank you. My assistant Daniel, still missing. Any sign of him?
I was a little preoccupied with the Vorcha and stopping the plague.
May still be alive. Some hope. At least the Vorcha are dead. Hope you killed them all for what they did here.
We killed
doctors aren't
yeah,
big fans of
pretty big
killing.
amount of them.
Not against killing. Violence sometimes necessary. Not good. Not evil. Simply a tool. I help people. Sometimes heal patients. Sometimes execute dangerous enemies. Either way helps. Vorcha, for example,
Warden.
attacked innocents, spread plague, killing them necessary. Justified.
I like the way you think.
Why don't you join up with me, huh?
We've cured the plague. Are you ready to help stop the collectors?
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
We're heading out. See you on the Normandy.
Not sure, Shepard. Saw your horrible polygon face. Scared me half to death. Maybe think about it more later. We did it! And we got that hand cannon. I am still...
That hand cannon is pretty good.
It is pretty good. I'm pretty sure that that's the gun that I used when I first played this game. I'm still terrified a little bit by what I saw earlier with Shepard's
Welcome
face.
to the Normandy, Professor. It's an honor to have you on board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once, retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
Yeah, they're not doing anything different.
Don't kid yourself, Professor. Humans still come first in the elusive man's eyes, but this mission is too big for them to handle alone.
The collectors are abducting human colonists out on the fringes of terminus space.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need me for simple.
Entire colonies disappear without a trace. No distress signals are sent out. There are no signs of any kind of attack. There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all. Except that every man, woman, and child is
Like
gone.
that he's like tracing
Gas,
along
maybe?
with him
No,
for some
spreads
reason.
too slow. Airborne virus.
You don't have
no.
to sit there and guess. We collected samples from one of the colonies. I'd like you to analyze them and figure out how the collectors did this.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. Going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solis. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
Oh, that's definitely an AI.
This ship is equipped with an artificial intelligence.
An AI on board. Non-human crew members. Cerberus more desperate than I thought.
The collectors have taken tens of thousands of colonists. We'll do whatever we have to do to find and stop them.
Yes, of course. Can't risk being captured like colonists. Need to identify, neutralize technology. Need samples. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
There's a big sign over next to you that says lab. It's a giant arrow pointing towards it. I take a wild stab at it and say maybe that's the direction you want to go in. Alright, I think we are mostly... We're not quite done with Omega. There's shopping to be done on Omega that we very, very much want to do.
Of course.
Shopping, actually, in this game...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Pretty big deal. Something that you don't want to ignore. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. What kind of new messages we get? Okay. Anderson wants to talk to us. Wants to meet him at the Citadel. Okay, absolutely. I'll do that. Cerberus looking in on our nonsense in Omega. They've got some jobs for us. Oh, and that kid that we stopped from signing up. He's really happy that he didn't die. So that's good. And one of Garrus's old team members' wives decided to call us and tell us, hey, take care of Garrus, he's a good guy. Maybe help him out. He seems to blame himself about a lot of stuff. That's true. Also, this one comes in from Admiral Hackett, telling us all about the scans of the Normandy that originally got knocked down. And, well, we'll be looking at that relatively soon. Let's take a look at our galaxy map. Where might we go next? We could dock at Omega, but I kind of want to get right back into it. We have... I'm going to say we have two options available to us. We can either head to the original Normandy's crash site, which is kind of just some bonus content. I might recommend saving that for a little bit later, or we can go back and explore Omega a little bit. What do you say?
Well, you made mention of shopping needing to be done.
That's true. Let's go ahead and zoom back into Omega. I am very happy always going back to Omega. Don't get me wrong. It's a terrible place to be. Wouldn't want to live there. It's a cool place to visit.
Kind of like living next to Disneyland.
A little bit. Which I kind of do. When you think of it, it's about an hour away. It's not necessarily next to it, but it's pretty nice. Personally, between the two parks, I always kind of preferred Universal. It's smaller, less crowds. Also, they got Harry Potter there, so, you know. And Spider-Man? They got Spider-Man there? Come on. Come on. Garrus, I want you along with us, and probably Zaid can come back too. Now that we're not going into Plague Zone, Garrus can come back in. And I want to save my points. I want to save my points to get at least one of these two upgrades. I'm not sure which one yet, but figure that out when we come to it.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. The Blue Suns are again in control of the area.
If only that were easy. Alright, so I was telling you before that Mass Effect 2 has a certain kind of a structure to it, and part of that structure is kind of going around and just building up your team, you know, collecting all of the people from the dossiers that the Elusive Man sent you, and checking up on loose ends, making sure that you're ready for this next big push in solving the mystery of the collectors. The other one is going through and buying lots and lots of stuff. Some of it more important than others. Absolutely want to buy this.
Should come in handy.
And this also, you want a copy of your alien Argonian lusty maid. Buy that. And these ships. buy these ships, they show up in your cabin. And just armor upgrades. Yeah, it's cool.
I might have something here for humans. Not much.
You might snare a few tourists with these prices, but I'm not giving you a single credit.
Sure.
After I just bought your whole stock.
Willing to risk the black market.
Well, you and I could do business if you'd just charge what this crap is worth.
Fine. I'll give you the uppity human discount. And that's all you're getting.
So I didn't mean to do it this way, but that's also totally the Mass Effect experience of walking up and buying everything and then talking and being like, hey, can I get a discount? Yeah, totally. Great, thanks. Now that I can no longer use it.
Tentatively excited. Welcome, human. What can I get for you?
The galaxy's finest xenophilia.
Friendly.
That's correct.
Salvaged parts. All kinds. Mostly legitimate. With pride.
I love that he's got a cigar.
I know. The Elcor are the best.
You won't find salvage cheaper than mine.
I have things to do.
Courteously, have a fine day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy anything. Tentatively excited.
No. I wanted to click on that other thing.
Courteously,
Thank you.
have a fine day.
All right, what do we
Take a
got
look
here?
at my kiosk if you want to buy anything.
Got a visor. Got another ship. I'll buy that. Those Geth ships are kind of cool. This is what I wore when I first played this game because I don't know, I had terrible taste. I'm gonna buy it again for old time's sake. What else we got around here? This place is an absolute, like, you could just run your finger along one of the sides here, and it's just nothing but grime.
Mm-hmm.
I really
You
like
catch
it.
a disease.
Absolutely. Like you can see the smoke hanging in the air as you walk through. It's thick with anticipation and grime. There it is.
And tobacco.
That's right. Also dead people?
Space tobacco.
That guy's just dead.
Yeah, dead people.
VIP only. Now we'll come back here later.
Yeah, I think you... Yeah.
This guy's dead. The one on the right, he's dead. This guy's just drunk. Oh, hello, Shisk.
Leave, human. Tell Captain Gaborn we not kill anyone today.
Who?
I don't know a Captain Gaborn. Why would I tell him anything?
Not trust you. Tell Gaborn we know his tricks. We not kill anyone today.
Not today.
There seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
Go away. Talk too much. Gaborn's thugs get no more. We leave.
Good talking to you.
No more talk. We know Gaborn's tricks. We leave.
I love the Vorcha. It's just like, it's literally like talking to a really angry child.
And it's like, look at this Star Trek race.
Yes, very much. The Vorcha are kind of like the vermin. And
Hello there.
as fucked up as that is
interest
to
you in
say,
some
they're
salvage
literally
tech?
like a
Every
vermin
credit
race
goes toward
in
a
the
ticket
context
to
of
get me off
Mass
this
Effect.
forsaken rock.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I buy a lot of parts and equipment. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Well, you seem like a decent person, but you can't breathe a word of it to Harry.
Of course.
Then we have a deal. Maybe I'll at least sell something to you.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvaged parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
I probably could.
How much do you need to get off Omega?
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way.
That's like nothing,
Oh
dude.
shit, that's nothing.
This is my mistake on my pilgrimage. It's my problem.
You're right. Good luck with that. Here, give me,
Here you go.
give me 1,000.
1,000 credits. Get out of here.
Thank you. With
This is
I
like
can finally
nothing
continue
compared
my
to
pilgrimage. I'm going to buy my
wage
ticket right
slaving
now.
your way in
Thank
this
you again.
horrible slum. Let's take another look through here. Is there anything that we wanted? Plus 10% health. We do want that, but we can't get it yet. And we'll be coming back here anyway. I mean, that's one thing about the bigger hub planets in Mass Effect 2 is, like, you could go back to the planets in Mass Effect 1, but a lot of the time there wasn't really anything waiting for you there. Omega, Ilium, and other places. We see the same areas quite a few times. Oh, hey, Gavorn, we just heard about you.
So, I heard a human went into the plague zone. Then I found out about a lot of dead Vorcha down there. You know anything about this?
I mean, come on.
I saved you a lot of trouble. You should be grateful.
Grateful? Huh. Now I get to deal with the slavers complaining about the reduction in their crops. But that I can handle.
What exactly are you doing here?
What's your job here exactly?
I'm supposed to keep the Vorcha in line. Keep them out of Arya's sight. That's about it. Not much for me to do anymore. But the way those Vorcha breed, I'll have something to do soon enough.
There's an awful lot of Vorcha.
Straight up space
What are they
racism.
planning?
A little bit.
Vorcha?
I mean, a lot,
Plan?
but a little bit of a lot.
They're a pestilence, nothing more. If they started planning, we'd all be in big trouble.
Alright, I think this conversation is over.
I'll just be going.
Keep up the good work.
Oof. Omega. Omega's gross. Omega's a little bit gross. But we got some things that we needed. Back into the Normandy we go. Oh yeah, I forgot these radio things. Like, man, they just keep going. Mass Effect is kind of filled with some audio irregularities, some audio bugs. Between the radio transmissions playing over the cutscenes on your way back in, and the dialogue continuing while you're in the middle of your shopping experience. In a lot of, like, you would expect it to cut off, right? It's good that it doesn't, but you would expect it to cut off.
Mm-hmm. Also, how dare you say shopping experience to me? How dare you?
I enjoy my shopping experience, okay?
Also, don't you have some upgrades to equip? I think that's
do.
how that works.
We do. I just kind of, I wanted to zoom out here and see. We've got a lot. Just a quick rundown here. Master Thief is DLC. Firewalker and Zaid, obviously both DLC. The Krogan, the Convict, and yeah, just the Krogan and the Convict are the two that are not, and the Citadel technically. Now, I really love both the Convict and the Krogan. Which one would you like to see first?
How about the Convict?
Convict it is. Have you ever seen Chronicles of Riddick?
Yes, I have.
Okay, keep that in mind, because they wear their influences on their sleeve quite a bit, I would say. The prison ship Purgatory, owned by the notorious Blue Suns Mercenary Company. The Purgatory was once used as an ARC ship to hold agricultural animals. Now it's used to hold prisoners, whether taken in by battle or sold to unscrupulous politicians under the name of subcontracting and outsourcing. Jesus. Rumors abound that the Blue Suns turned skilled or fit prisoners over to the Batarian slavers. Few have ever seen the transaction and lived to tell about it. Population listed at about 4,350, but independent journalists estimated as nearly 3 times that in periods of overcrowding. Yep. You ready to see the space prison industrial complex?
Here we go.
Mass Effect 2 is so much more blunt about it than Mass Effect 1 was. Mass Effect 1 was like, look at the beauty of this new galaxy. Also, there's some political tension and maybe things don't go well all the time. And then Mass Effect 2 is like, plagues and space racists and the prison industrial complex and also the Vorcha, and like, oh my god. Also, you die in the first 5 minutes. It's it's space noir.
I was gonna say, like, Mass Effect 1 is your Star Trek TNG, and Mass Effect 2 is your fucking Blade Runner.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I've also seen the argument, and I've said the argument as well, that Mass Effect 1 is kind of like a mix between TNG and the original series. Mass Effect 2 is kind of like a mix between the Next Generation and then the Next Generation movies, which were a lot more violent. And then Mass Effect 3 is like Star Trek Discovery in 2009. No! Go to hell!
I'll relinquish one bullet. Where do you want it?
Everyone stand down. Commander, I'm Warden Kirill, and this is my ship. Your weapons will be returned on the way out. You must realize this is just a standard procedure.
You sound very familiar.
I'm not surrendering.
You sound very famous.
Let them proceed. Our facility is more than secure enough to handle 3 armed guests. We're bringing Jack out of cryo.
Do you know who that is?
As soon as the funds clear, you can be on your way. If you'll follow me to our process.
Is that a rhetorical question?
Let's go.
No, I mean, do you know who his voice is?
No.
Because I believe, I could be wrong. I am like 90% sure that that's also Fred Tascatore. So he's Saren. And Nibbler.
Well, now I have to look this up.
Self-contained modular unit.
Take a look at Warden Kirill.
I've blown a few out the airlocks as an example. The ship is made up of 30 cell blocks identical to this one. We house thousands of criminals. We can put the whole place in lockdown on a moment's notice. Nothing goes wrong here.
Somehow I doubt that.
Can you tell me about Jack?
Cerberus hasn't told you? Jack is the meanest handful of violence and hate I've ever encountered. Dangerous, crazy, and very powerful. You'll see soon enough.
Sounds like a worthy addition to the team.
How'd you end up running this ship?
I was in law enforcement on Palaven and got sick of seeing criminals escape out into the galaxy to carry on with their crimes. Bounty hunters aren't dependable.
You're not hiring the right
Yep, you're right.
Eventually I hit upon this idea.
You are correct.
Keep the criminals in space and the galaxy
like,
is a safer place.
It stands out to me because he's also a Turian, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you keep them here on principle?
You do this because you think it's necessary?
Every day I see the worst sapient life has to offer. Governments are soft, unwilling to make the hard choices. Someone had to stand up and make the galaxy safe.
Safe, right.
Maintaining a population this size in space can't be cheap.
We can cut corners that governments can't, and each prisoner brings in a fee from his homeworld. These individuals are violent, and their home planets pay well to keep them here.
How well?
What happens if the homeworld doesn't want to pay?
We explain that we can't maintain the prisoner without their help, so we'll be forced to release him back onto his homeworld.
Oh my god.
At an unspecified place and time.
Oh my god!
So it's an extortion racket.
You don't have to agree with my methods, but don't question my motives. These are despicable people, and I'm keeping them locked up.
That's a nightmare!
Let's get on with this.
Have there been escape attempts?
We're in space. They have nowhere to go, and they know it.
Wait,
Still,
we're in
we
space?
exercise extreme caution. These are dangerous individuals. We have many ways to control the population. I'm going to confirm that the funds from Cerberus cleared. Out processing is straight down this hallway. Just keep going past the interrogation rooms and the Supermax wing. I'll catch up with you later, Shepard.
Well, that's worrying. Not suspicious at all. I love you, cold, unfeeling mechanical arm.
I gotta ask you. Now feels like a good time to ask. What do you like better? Chronicles of Riddick or Pitch Black?
I have not seen Pitch Black, so...
Really?
Yeah. I think I might have to
No one
go.
walks away from torture unchanged. Not the subject, not the torturer himself. Never found torture worth the price myself.
I might have to go with Chronicles of Riddick just because I haven't seen the other one.
Also, Zaid is correct.
There's no excuse
right.
for beating a prisoner who can't fight back.
Interrogation is fucked up.
Compared to what his victims
There's
went
literally no reason to ever do torture because,
wasn't
generally
asking.
speaking, people will
You're
just
in a
say whatever the
high-security
hell
facility with
to get
guns
out
and
of it,
cameras
whether or not
everywhere,
it's actually
and
true.
You're threatening me?
Those guns and cameras won't be fast enough to save you.
Is that right?
I told you to stop.
Call it off. At least for now.
Turians, by the way, continue to have the coolest of the space armor.
Yeah? I've always wondered, like, now feels like a good time to talk about...
Let me ask you something.
What's with the bowl?
The bowl?
Every Turian has...
Maybe it has something to do with filtration. Turians are kind of like, I don't know, that it's probably a conversation that has been answered before, in a book somewhere, but like, if I had to guess, it might be because Turians are kind of like Quarians in that they have like their own like dextroamino needs that are maybe filtered through something like that, or maybe it's just like a military thing, who knows. But then, yeah, like, also shopkeepers have it, so maybe it's a dextroamino filtration thing. Who knows?
Maybe they just have weird hunchbacks.
Maybe. They are birds.
If you're buying prisoners,
That's
you
true.
buy me, man, I don't care where you take me or what you do to me. It's gotta be better than this.
Spider-Man, how'd
We're
you
here
end
for
up in
Jack.
prison?
Jack? Forget what I just said. I don't want to go nowhere with you.
Why are they interrogating that prisoner? He knows something?
Nah, that's Bimmy. He don't know nothing. He offed someone in the showers yesterday, I think. Guy he killed was worth a lot to the warden.
Bimmy?
Yeah, Bimmy.
Sucks to be Bimmy right
Bimmy
now.
and Jimmy?
He was gonna be in the next Double Dragon.
They're going at it.
I love that he's
Ever kill
Bimmy.
prisoners by accident?
I haven't heard of anyone dying. Warden can't make money off us if we're dead. Funny thing, though. The more a guard does it, the meaner he gets. So they rotate him through.
Jesus.
So, what are you in for?
I killed a few people. Only about 20 or so. And I blew up that one habitat. Small time compared to most of the guys here.
Well, okay, alright. Tell me, oh god, tell me more about life on the ship.
What's it like here?
Bad. And you gotta watch out. Damn, but someone's always after your stuff. Your smokes, clothes, your pride. I haven't taken a shower in 3 months.
Alright. I don't want to talk about that. Tell me more about Jack.
Tell me more about Jack.
Tell me more about
The worst
Jack.
trouble you ever saw. Mixed with some crazy and way too much biotic power. That's all I'm saying.
What's with the elusive man and giving us just
Wish
a
I could
list
go.
of the most insane troublemakers possible? Like, Mass Effect 1 was like, here's Garrus. He used to work in CSEC. He was a cop.
It's nice.
Here's Rex. He's a Krogan. He's a little bit pissed off, but he's willing to work for you. Like, Rex was the most pragmatic person that you got, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Mass Effect 2 is like, here's a wanted criminal. Here's a vigilante that nobody can take down.
Processing's through the door.
Here's a mad scientist who kills people and displays them for sport. Well, not for sport, but, you know.
Not for sport.
It's a significant change.
And one of the people on that list is the ex-cop. Because he's Space Batman.
Drop your weapons
That's right.
and proceed into this open cell. You will not be harmed.
Go to hell. I'll send you there myself.
Activate systems.
This was a bad plan, Kirill. Oh, this is a good pistol, though. This pistol is as good as that plan is bad. We didn't get in here, like, more than... We must not have been here for 5 minutes, and already Kirill's like, I could probably sell you. So, what I'm saying is, I have absolutely no sympathy for whatever happens to this guy already.
And it's like, did you have to do this thing?
How did you expect that this was going to go? Am
Let's
loose.
get Jack out of the freezer.
Alright, yeah. We're not leaving without our wacko crazy person. What a nightmare. This whole place is awful. Okay, you're right. I want to save that for later.
Firing a high-impact shot!
That was pretty.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. Good work, team. Don't mind that frame jitter. It's okay. We'll get through it somehow.
Don't worry about it. Put up with worse.
Let me ask you a question also. How does the brightness look on your side? Because this is a pretty dark game. Does it look okay to you?
Looks good.
Okay, good.
I am watching on Twitch and using Discord for audio.
Control every door on the cell
Ah,
block
right.
opens.
It's the only
And
way.
yes, the desync is pretty bad.
Oh no. Okay. This might be a controversial opinion. Jack is my favorite party member. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna leave that out there in the open.
Mm-hmm. I've seen Jack, and I know why.
Jack... Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't... Listen, Faith is a great character in Buffy. And it's because of characters like Jack that I have grown up into the horrible person that I am today. It's like, hey,
come on, let's see some violence.
Let's see some violence. Jack is great.
Warning.
Jack has a pretty significant problem with the way that their character arc is introduced, but I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna put a pin in that for like 10 hours later into this game. Let it be known that I'm aware and that the conversation will happen. In the meantime, Jack is just tearing ass through this place.
No survivors.
Look at this!
That is a lot of damage in a small amount of time.
This was like 2 seconds. And the mechs are out. Now see, that's a mech. There's one less.
That is very much a mech.
It did not take long at all for Purgatory to just fall. Alright, what do we got here? We got disruptor ammo. I need to go invisible. Concussive shot. Actually, you bring up your ammo as well. We need to get those shields down. Quick as we can. Oh, he's not gonna last long over there either. It's just pouring on the ammo. There we go. That explosion also...
Are your shots going through that railing? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, totally. The explosion that thing leaves when it dies will totally get you if you're too close to it, by the way.
Swarmed by prisoners with improvised
Of course.
weapons. You never had a chance.
Lockdown in blocks 4, 7, and 8.
They were not prepared. For all of their preparations, they were not prepared.
Well said.
Neither was the screen effect, as it turns out. Come on.
And stay down.
You didn't hit him, Garrus.
The hull has been breached in sectors 12, 14, and 30.
Oh my god.
No survivors.
Okay. Plan B. ability.
This'll put him down.
That's right.
Engaging hostiles.
Somebody hitting me from behind? I don't think so. Alright, alright.
There we go.
Yeah, Garrus is way, way into the fighting this time, which it's kind of hilarious. He talks about it like somebody who's, I don't know, he's getting ready for a pep rally.
Well, he's totally an action cop.
Oh yeah, no, he's loving it. He's
proper action and shit.
Exactly. He's Nick Angel after the second act has taken place.
We got company.
Mm-hmm.
Always with the rifle. Always got to bring out my rifle.
Impressive.
There we go. Yeah, this slowdown. There's one rifle in particular that I'm thinking about that makes the slowdown like 3 times longer, and I kind of can't wait to get it because, oof, it just wrecks entire sections of this game.
I need cover.
There we go. And it's good enough that, like, if you hit them in the thigh, they're usually dead. What you want out of a sniper rifle.
It's for accuracy to not be a requirement.
That's right. Like I said, it's a hyper-accurate rocket launcher. Or in this case, maybe a hyper-accurate shotgun. Somebody hitting me from... Oh!
It launches slugs.
I was like, what the hell? I thought that was Garrus for a second. I was like, wait a second, Garrus doesn't glow. Not usually, anyway. Here. Let me just grab one of these and... There we go. It only takes 2 years to get it out, but once you do... The heavy weapons in this game are also pretty satisfying. There's a lot of different types of them. One of them is like a concentrated...
That was going to be my next question.
Oh yeah, there are many.
Full alert. Find Jack.
One thing that I will note is last episode when we walked up to the Turian who was guarding the gate, and he's like, "Lady, you don't have a rocket launcher, or you don't have a grenade launcher strapped to your back." If you do go up to that guy and you have any other kind of heavy weapons equipped, that line doesn't change, which I always found kind of funny. Because you're not supposed to have
I thought you were
going
to tell me that it does change.
No, no, no. It should change, but it doesn't. And I always took that as like, you can hand wave that away by like, that guy probably doesn't know the difference between a grenade launcher and whatever this portal thing is that I'm holding.
Mm-hmm.
C. Y. There's that one. There we go. Just enough. Ooh, that's a lot of money. That's enough for 3 tickets off of Omega.
Nice.
You're valuable, Shepard. I could have sold you and lived like a king. But you're too much trouble. At least I can recapture Jack.
Bullshit.
Not happening. You're a 2-bit slave trader and I don't have time for it.
I do the hard things civil governments are unwilling to.
Dude, you
this
probably...
is for the good of the galaxy.
You should cut your losses and just try to get off of the station at this point. Mass Effect 2 has a couple of boss fights. This is one of them. Mass Effect 1 tried to have boss fights, but it didn't really. This one has
This is a boss fight that has mechanics.
Yes.
Hostiles incoming.
And not really that overwhelming. Just blow the things up and get to him. I still think the zoom in on Matriarch Venezia and her life bar filling up is really charming. Whereas this one is kind of just more like, it's more gamified. It definitely feels more arcadey. They thought about how this thing might work instead of having to kind of jig together a solution.
They gave it mechanics instead of just giving it a really long life bar.
That's right. Let me switch again. Do this here.
And stay there.
You might say that I have mechanics instead of just a really long life bar.
Yeah, that's fair actually. That's a pretty good way to put that.
Hostiles down.
Hostiles!
Alright, what if I go over here where they
Glad
can't...
you like it.
I did. That's clever. Come on. Come on, Nibbler. There we go. This thing is a really good gun. Got a ragdoll and everything.
Nice.
Stop!
You can't stop her. She just did a Mega Man slide.
That's right. She did that Indiana Jones slide, but she doesn't have a hat.
No. Maybe she does have a hat, but it's like an invisible biotic hat.
Biotic hat armor.
That's right. It's like one of those hats in Cyberpunk.
What the hell do you want?
Like, the smaller it is, and the more improbable it is, the bigger the number goes up. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You're welcome.
I just saved your ass.
He was already dead. He just didn't know it. Now, what the hell do you want?
You're in a bad situation, and I'm gonna get you out of here.
Shit, you sound like a pussy.
Excuse me.
I'm not going anywhere with you. You're Cerberus.
I'm offering to be your friend. You don't want to be my enemy.
Listen to Shepard. It'll save your life.
You show up in
This is
a
like a
Cerberus
shepherd,
frigate
like a
taking you away
femshep,
somewhere?
against
You
like a
think I'm
teenage
stupid?
angsty femshep.
Mm-hmm.
This ship is going down in flames. We can get you to safety, and we're asking for your help.
We could knock her out and take her.
I'd like to see you try.
It's a bad idea.
We're not going to attack her.
Good move. Look, you want me to come with you? Make it worth my while.
Tell me what you're thinking.
I bet your ship's got lots of Cerberus databases. I want to look at those files, see what Cerberus has got on me. You want me on your team? Let me go through those databases.
Okay, this is great. This is something that I love in BioWare RPGs that doesn't show up very much anymore. Lie and same thing but not a lie is really good. Also, totally, you can have it. Fuck Cerberus.
I'll give you full access.
You better be straight up with me.
I got no sympathy
hell
for
are we standing
a human supremacist organization. You look like you can blow stuff up real good. Come on in.
Good job.
Yeah, we did it. And shotguns are better. We got a bunch of money. Say what you will about everything else, but the elusive man, he pays well. Not that that makes like the rest of it okay.
That's the one thing that he has got is money.
Money and a blue Sharingan. I wish I could do like a Martin Sheen impression, but I can't. I need
Welcome
like
to the Normandy, Jack. I'm Miranda, Shepard's second in command.
like 30
On the
years
ship,
plus
we
of
follow
just
orders.
drinking straight Jack
Tell
and
the Cerberus
smoking.
cheerleader to back off, Shepard. I'm here because of our deal.
Miranda will let you into the system. Let me know what you find.
Hear that, Precious? We're going to be friends. You, me, and every embarrassing little secret. I'll be reading down in the hold, or somewhere near the bottom. I don't like a lot of through traffic. Keep your people off me. Better that way.
I like that, no, like, okay. Mass Effect 1 had everybody kind of all in the same area as far as their motivations and their goals. Like, they had their own individual concerns, but Mass Effect 2 starts the trend that I kind of enjoy of at least 2 to 4 characters in your party just straight up don't like each other. It's a very CRPG thing to have to deal with. Gives it a little bit more of something.
I heard
Also,
about those fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get your brother back. And make sure the collectors pay for taking him.
you think people would be
Steve Bloom again.
You think people would be nervous about working on a Cerberus project with a dude who sounds like the last dude who just tried to sabotage a Cerberus project? Who worked...
Probably.
Like, he worked in a lab that was all about bringing people back to life and cloning, and it's like, oh man. There's got to be some kind of worry about that.
Okay, Shepard, glad you're back, but keep an eye on that last one. We can only hold so much crazy.
It's true.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Joker this time, kind of like the first game, he has like one big spiel that you can go around and talk with him with, and then every time that you bring in a new squad member, if you go back and talk to him, he usually has something to say about it. Also, after like big story missions, he'll have something to say about that as well. Let's talk to... Ooh, actually, Morden is here. We should talk to Morden. We didn't get a chance to do that after we recruited him. What's up, Mr. Science Man?
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Excuse me.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge.
How
Save
can I be
greatest
so
number
bad
of
at
people
drinking
using
water?
limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
Tell me more about the SDG.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group.
I like him.
What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research.
Morden is
Several
neat.
recon missions. Covert, high risk.
Morden is probably one of the best characters
Studied
in the
Krogan
series.
genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
You know, I met Kirahi.
I worked with an STG
Yeah, I remember
captain named
Kirahi.
Kirahi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmire.
Heard Kirahi died on Vermeer. Not enough equipment for operation. Still managed to take down facility. Good captain. Dedicated. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
I'm taken. Tell me about your studies, man.
Why would STG study the genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
Prepared how?
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions.
So...
Needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
Uh-huh. You seem like you probably had an interesting hand in that really big thing. Tell me more about these types of problems.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for a high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Solarian science
talking with you,
team, you
Morden.
say?
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
Interesting. Excuse me. We'll learn more about that eventually. Yes. We should absolutely get this.
Looking at this here science lab is making me want to play Pulsar.
Yeah, you know, as we were playing Pulsar, this is it's something that I was thinking a lot about. Was just like,
It's
man,
making you want to play Mass Effect.
the Normandy is so cool. Yes, 100%.
I hope Pulsar gets mod support, and then someone just puts in the Normandy.
That would
Someone
be really
would
neat.
totally do that.
Well, because it already basically has the Enterprise D on it, and it's already...
It's got the Firefly.
It's got the Firefly. Ooh. Wait, that's not what I want. I want the AP sniper rifle, but we need more platinum for that. Also, Platinum just updated their website with a new thing where they were like, yeah, we're totally gonna... We've got... You remember how they were doing like the 4-star thing before?
Yeah.
They added a 5th star. Nobody knows what that means.
What do the 4 stars mean?
The 4 stars was like, each time that we unlock one of these is another game or project that we're working on. So like they blurred out the 4 stars and then they blurred in one of them, and it was like, oh, it's the 101 Wonderful 101 coming to Switch. And then another one was like our project that we're working on with, I think it was Tencent or whatever. And then the other ones were never shown, I don't believe. But they've added a new one, so who knows? They have 3 projects still to be talked about, I believe.
Also, ship enhancements. What does your ship do for you? I'm curious about that.
So, this is something that we're going to see happen over the course of the game. We will need these for various reasons, but we basically unlock them by a means of either walking around the open world and finding them for sale, or somebody will be like, hey, Shepard, I need to talk to you. It looks like our guns aren't quite up to code, or they could be better in this way. This is my area of expertise, so, you know, talk to me more and we'll be able to do this. And all of them add up to a secret, I'll say. A secret later on. But it is very worthwhile to get all of the ship upgrades. It kind of ties in with, like, the stuff that would have been like a loyalty quest in the first game. This one has like proper loyalty quests and also has just like, hey, let me talk to you about this. My specialization is this. I think we should do this. It's all part
also ship loyalty.
Ship loyalty, that's right. Well, Edie is part of our team now, so...
Commander.
Suppose so.
What can I do for you?
Hey, can we talk? You don't seem to like me much.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Tell me about you.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
Uh-huh.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
So, genetic modifications.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Understood.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
So
and there's your loyalty quest angle.
That's right. Step 1. Yeah, just like...
Surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
So just like Mass Effect 1, after every major story beat, you go back and talk to your people and they have something new to say. And that's how you get... Dr. Chakwas! That's how you get your loyalty mission started.
Commander Shepard. I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
Vessel now?
I'm a little surprised you survived.
Even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see.
Well...
Welcome back.
It did, but it got better.
Do you have everything you need?
I
thought
so.
the tallest killed
this
you.
medical bay seems very much like
It
the
got
sick
better.
bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
It's one bottle
shame
of
about
brandy,
that.
Michael. How much could it cost? $10?
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
I'm pretty sure I can afford it.
We'll end up
You've
with
been with
more
the
money
Alliance
than
for
we know what
years.
to do with
Why leave
before
now?
long.
That's right.
After the
We
Normandy
got the
was
DLC.
lost,
We've
the
got plenty of
surviving
money.
crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial
I see
military
how
life
it is.
isn't for you?
That's right.
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing
Dr.
what
Choc-
the next
Dr.
mission
Shockwave
might
is
bring.
awesome.
I'm used to the hum of engines.
I really
the
appreciate
creaking of
her
bulkheads,
character.
That subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice
We'll
brandy
get you another
that I
one.
was
Tell me
saving
about
for a
joining
special
this
occasion.
horrible organization of
You're not the
terrorists.
Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival
Same
of the
deal as
human
Joker.
race. I have faith that your dealings
Mm-hmm.
with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Well, good. I'm glad somebody does.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We
Skillian
survived
Blitz.
the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
I even have this tattoo on
I'll
the
see
back
you
of my
later,
neck.
Doctor.
It's
Come on,
spelled
Doctor.
incorrectly, but, well, I think it adds to the charm. I would love to
Says
see
Thug Life.
Thug Life with a Y.
That's right.
Yeah, like across her knuckles, on the right it says Thug Life with a Y, and on the other one it says No Regrets.
Shepard, need me for something?
I want to talk.
Have you got a minute?
Sure. Just checking the weapon systems. You can never be too careful. I thought I'd seen every weapon in the galaxy in our fight against Saren. Mercenary work showed me otherwise. And now Cerberus rebuilds
Funny how that
Normandy
works.
with a few upgrades
Yeah.
to boot. I wish we'd joined up with them sooner.
We haven't joined Cerberus. They're funding our mission. That's all.
Relax, Shepard. Just a figure of
Nobody
speech.
wants to be
We
here.
Can't exactly doubt your judgment. Not after I got my own squad killed.
Oh, shit.
How did those mercenary gangs take down your team?
It was my own damn fault. One of my people betrayed me.
Again?
A Turian named Sidonis. He drew me away just before the mercs attacked my squad. Then he disappeared. Everyone except me is dead because of him. And because I didn't see it coming.
I'm not sure I understand. What happened exactly?
Sidonis asked for my help on a job. When I got to the meeting point, nobody was there. By the time I got back to our hideout, the mercs had killed all but 2 of my squad. And they didn't last long.
Maybe he died.
You sure it was a betrayal? Maybe they took Sidonis out first.
No. I put out feelers with some old contacts. He booked transport off Omega just before the attack. He also cleared out his private accounts before he left. He sold me out and ran.
Okay, yeah, he's probably not dead.
Do you know where Sidonis is now?
No. His trail vanishes after he leaves Omega, but I'll keep hunting. I lost my whole team except for Sidonis. One day I'll find him and correct that. Thanks for coming by, Shepard. I've got some things to take care of.
Seems pretty similar to the first game's loyalty quest. It's like, hey, Garrus, what's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah?
I'm really pissed off, Shepard, about this one guy that I need to have killed. Anyway, talk to me in a couple more quests.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Mess Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you need me to buy you anything?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors
Yeah, Roy
is
Campbell
going to
told
be
me
a
all
rough
about
business.
that, actually.
The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
And we need to stay focused on our mission. There's no time for crew comfort.
Of course.
Bullshit.
They're a determined group. No need
That's not
for
exactly what I meant by that. Let me go through that again, because, listen,
Taking down the
how can
collectors
I
is
help?
going to
What
be
do you
rough.
need?
If I had some quality ingredients...
Also, what...
Oh,
this,
shit. You've got more
Again.
to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
I love that the... Okay, so accidentally the subtitles kicked in, and it's like, grocery shopping on the Citadel. Got it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I was always under the impression that it was mamby-pamby.
Do you have everything you need?
If you,
Okay, I already
if
know.
you happen
Goodbye.
to
All right,
back to
goodbye.
work.
I think it is.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be mamby-pamby. I've always...
Also, now feels like a good time to ask, why the fuck are people still using the Citadel?
Well, okay, so the Citadel did not get busted up that much.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
The Citadel is a great big dinner bell.
Shepard.
Oh, well, nobody knows
Who's
that.
on the starboard side of the ship?
What do you mean nobody knows that?
No, because nobody believes us, remember? Also, I appreciate this. If you go into the bathroom as a female shepherd, the male bathroom, you get that. And if you do it the other way around with male shepherd, you get that. It's a little... It's the Deus Ex spirit. It's the Deus Ex spirit. Well, nobody believes us, remember? Like, everybody for the most part wants to believe that there was one Reaper and that we killed it. Everybody else is like, Reapers, fucking whatever.
Everybody who believed you is dead, except for Anderson.
And nobody, like, Anderson is one guy, and now he's stuck in political
And nobody
red tape.
believes him.
Exactly. That's the real issue that we run into, is having to deal with the fact that most of the people are just kind of stupid, and it's very realistic in that way. You mostly have to deal with people who kind of don't want to deal with the hard truths of the RPG subplot that you've uncovered.
That's right.
This is Zaid's room.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something.
Go for it.
Jack, Subject Zero, whatever you call her. Hell of a girl. Could have used a destructive little bitch like that 10 years ago when we dropped blind into the Krogan DMZ. Took out a lot of Krogan that day, but we lost way too many men. So you knew Archangel from before? Interesting. Knew a lot of men taking jobs to kill the son of a bitch. I never saw the point. You know, I wanted the same thing. A whole lot of mercs dead. Hell of a sniper, though. And he kept himself alive with all the mercs in Omega after him. That ain't easy.
So, I think it's really interesting that you can tell... Okay, clearly Zaid is DLC because this is what they could afford, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why this is here, but it's here. You can do this.
Eject that garbage.
So yeah, I don't... There are two, like, DLC characters that are like this. Also, I'm not going to go through all of this just yet, because he only has so many things to talk about, and we'll be here later. But it's always funny to me is, like, the DLC characters that they couldn't give the cutscenes to. But he does have cool, like, war stories about his time as a bounty hunter. Hi, Jack.
Hey. Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm still finding out about me. Thanks for letting me look at these files.
Find anything?
You learn anything interesting?
Your friends at Cerberus are into some nasty things. I'm gonna find something I can use. I just know it.
Tell me about this.
What if the answers aren't what you expect?
I'm not looking for answers. I'm looking for names, dates, places.
Got it.
What happens when you find what you're looking for?
I go hunting. Anyone who's screwed with me pays. Their associates pay. Their friends pay. The galaxy's gonna be a lot emptier when I'm done.
That's not really an option, unfortunately.
I won't let you go on a killing spree.
I'm here for your mission. After that, what I do is my business.
Oh boy.
What's your history with Cerberus?
They raised me in a research facility. I escaped when I was a kid. Been on the run ever since. And they've been chasing me ever since. But soon, I'm gonna chase them.
Do you want to live somewhere that's not like a shithole?
You don't have to live in this pit, you know.
It's dark, quiet, and hard to find. That spells safety to me. You
Look
know,
at that. They
this
fucking
ship
love
is
it.
a powerhouse.
They really do.
You could go pirate. Live like a queen. I could help.
We have to stop the collectors. I don't have time for piracy.
When this is done, we'll either be dead or out here in space. With this ship. Think about it. Lots of creds. Freedom to go wherever you want. And all the mayhem and fighting I could want.
That's true.
What is it about killing that fascinates you so much?
I figure every time someone dies and it's not me, my chances of survival go up.
All right. Well,
I should go.
This is clearly going nowhere right now.
Yep.
You're not... Jack does not really seem all that interested in conversation. We'll have to come back to this. We'll put a pin in this and we'll come back later.
Man, now I just want to watch Chronicles of Riddick again.
It's like, it's clearly just, man, they really liked Riddick so much that they just directly put in this character.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
You can tell me how okay, just tell me. Do you guys need can I buy you things?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why don't you have them already?
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets.
Yeah, I understand
we have
this.
No time for shore leave.
We had a similar problem trying to get some of our
both Gabby and I started
our Metal
in the
Gear
Alliance, serving
things
on the
running.
SS
Is like
Perugia.
you need
She
this
flew in the
specific
first wave
cable
of the Battle
to
of the
strip
City.
out this one
We saw
piece that
Sovereign
the
firsthand.
HDMI port doesn't really agree with. And it's like, well, can I get the expensive version, the new version? It's like,
After
no,
you died,
that
Anderson
version doesn't
lost
work.
political
You need
clout.
to get the kind of
The
shitty
council
one that they don't
backslid
make
on the Reaper
anymore.
menace.
That's the only way that
They
it'll work.
discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat.
I
As a
appreciate the
single-
tech
Which
talk.
was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
There you go.
We lost respect
Nobody
for
believes
Alliance
us.
leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Tell me more about your feelings on this terrorist organization.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Carry on.
I like that.
Commander.
I really like these two a whole lot. They're great. A lot of people miss them because
I'm
they're
amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you she would.
all the way down here. But they also, after just about every important story beat, you come back in here and they have something else to say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's another version. Those guys will give us a little something to look for and eventually upgrade the ship with. For some reason. I think that will just about wrap up our time on the Normandy. We're about ready to go back and recruit us a Krogan. And I think I can already tell you, you're gonna really like the Krogan in this game. Krogan are good to have on your team.
Oh, we're losing you a bit here.
Oh, am I going in? Am I going out? What's up?
You with me?
I'm with you.
I think we're good.
Okay, the call's still up?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, we are on our way to find a Krogan. Oh, you know what? One more thing before I go out here. If you take a look around the galaxy map, they've added this, like a little mini game. Also, I need to. It's broken. God, it's always broken.
Away.
You may have noticed before, in
Research
order to
projects,
get.
Iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
Thank you, Edie. Yeah, you may have remembered before that in order to get those upgrades, we specifically need materials as opposed to just straight up money a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
The way you get that is by going through this minigame. This minigame was also way worse on the original 360 version, because while I can do this with the mouse and the acceleration is great, the acceleration was more like this when the 360 version originally came out. I am going to be doing all of this planet scanning off stream because it takes quite a while.
Research projects, palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
But yeah, in general, that's what you get. You still get your codex entries, and you get to learn about your planets that way. But yeah, the scanning planet minigame thing is probably the part of the game that people did not like the most, or liked the least, I guess is a better way to put that. It's very slow. It's better on the PC than it was on the original version, as I said. I'll be doing that off stream. But that's how you gather those.
Conceptually, it seems okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I like it. It doesn't.
Just a little thing.
It does not make for very good stream material because it is so slow, and there are so many different planets to try and go and get. But I actually like it, especially with this music. It's cool to chill out in the galaxy map. A garbage scow with the climate was how one Citadel Council member described Corliss at the turn of the century. Ever since then, the Corliss Tourist Bureau has been attempting to rebrand their planet. It hasn't worked. Though they have tried calling it the recycling center of the galaxy, corruption scandals and a staggering murder rate ensure that Corliss's image is permanently stained. Corliss's biggest business is the recycling of decommissioned or junked spacecraft into their component parts. While the invention of Omnigel has made this process significantly cleaner, it's still a dirty business that chokes Corliss's sky with smog and fills its ports with megatons of scrap. A shady hospitality industry and a scavenger underclass round out the spectacle of urban decay.
Sounds pretty cool.
It's cool, but you don't want to live here. It's a cool place to go in a video game.
It's cool if you have a gun. If not, it's less cool.
Makes sense that a bunch of Krogan would hang out here. All right, who do you want to bring? We have a couple more options this time. Probably Garrus. I want to bring.
Probably Garrus.
Garrus can come. Anybody else in particular you want to see more of?
Jack seems like the obvious choice.
Jack is pretty cool. Jack is also
biotic, as we know.
Everybody gets Jack. We have some DLC that gives Jack a secondary outfit. I think this outfit is kind of cool. I think the visor is kind of lame. It's very like 90s anime cyberpunk.
It's not quite the Riddick goggles.
It's not quite the Riddick goggles, but I think it might keep us from getting banned on Twitch. Mm-hmm. If I have one complaint about Jack in particular, it's probably the fact that their design is a little questionable, maybe. seems like it would be uncomfortable.
It's questionable, but it seems like a Chronicles of Riddick Fifth Element kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, like it makes sense within the context of what's going on. It makes sense for her character for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely one of those things that you look at and you're like, okay, I understand.
I mean, if not for the tattoos, I would agree with you.
The tattoos definitely help it. Also, it's cool that you mentioned the tattoos because something that is kind of easy to miss.
Dossier doesn't say if Okir is on this planet by choice. Assume hostiles.
There is only one measure of success. Kill or be killed.
The one thing that a lot of people do miss is that Jack is actually also kind of covered with scars from all of those like mutation experiments and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the tattoos cover that up in a cool way. Also, the tattoos are many. The tattoos are many and they're cool. I appreciate characters with a shit ton of tattoos.
They are numerous.
They're also complicated. Like, there was a time in my life that I wanted to do there was a time that I wanted to do a cosplay of Jack because I had like that short hair because of a show that I was in at the time, and I was like, I could probably find scans of these tattoos and get them over, but that seems like it would be really difficult to do.
Shit. I won't stop bleeding. I'm gonna... You son of a bitch.
Doesn't look that bad, actually.
He doesn't need to know that.
I knew it wasn't Berserkers. Not at range. You're Mercs or Alliance. I'm not telling you anything.
I got this Unity I could help you
Got
with.
a nice application of Metagel ready to go. But if you'd rather I just keep walking.
Son of a bitch. I don't know anything. I just shoot the overflow from the labs. The old Krogan up there, he's really been cleaning house lately. Jador hired him to make her an army, but the Krogan he creates are insane. So we use them for live ammo training. It's all crap. I don't get paid enough to goddamn bleed out.
Outpost 4, Jador wants us to move. We need coordinates on that Krogan pack.
You heard the man on the radio. He needs direction.
I don't have the info they want. You showed up before I could get my normal sightings.
You have other problems.
Patrol, pack sighting east of Station 2. Yeah.
Copy. East of 2.
Bitch. They'll run blind into Krogan.
Well, that helps us. Tell me more about, Jador?
Have you seen Okir?
Okir.
Does he know about all this?
We can't go in the labs, but everyone sees what happens when the Krogan come out. I've shot hundreds. They're crazy, mindless. Anyone up there, they know what's going on.
Seems a little familiar.
What is Jador planning to do with all these Krogan?
Replace us, probably. I sure wouldn't want to see an army of them coming at me. Only she can't control them. They aren't supposed to be crazy, but they're Krogan. How smart are they to start?
Is Jador's lab heavily guarded?
There are big guns to keep ships away. We're not outfitted to fight goddamn commandos.
If you start limping now, you might find a shady spot before you bleed out.
Oh, Jen Hale's great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Funny. I thought so. Come on. Our warlord is somewhere in Jador's lab.
That's great.
Yeah, it is really good. I like that it's... Okay. In any other BioWare RPG, that would totally be a matter of like, oh no, they're about to die. It's a legit thing. But that one little quip that Garrus gives you at the beginning, I really enjoy that he's just kind of being like a whiny little bitch.
I'll throw you like a toy.
Come on.
It doesn't look that bad. Yeah, but he doesn't need to know that.
He'd probably tell us more if he was scared.
This should slow him down.
That's right.
It plays the same. It's worth mentioning that it plays the same whether you're a Paragon or a Renegade, which I think is extra funny.
Shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jack. So Jack is a really good biotic. If you remember, the the ability to just pick up a dude and start ragdolling them across the map is really, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Biotics
that
in
has
this
game.
Biotics in this game also have an update. The Shockwave ability has changed somewhat, and we'll see it here in a minute. Actually, I don't know if do we have it with her yet? We do. Okay, we have Shockwave. I'll show this off when we get a chance. Shockwave is probably my favorite move in the game.
Firing a high impact shot.
Come on. God, these pistols are so accurate too.
Come here.
The pistols are more accurate than they probably should be.
That's fine.
It's a good problem to have, I'll tell you what.
I also really like the single-shot sniper rifle.
It's really good. Ghidorah sounds like a piece of work.
Get ready. Fire.
Ship fire from the Krogan.
We have. If they're not killed immediately, all bonuses will be denied.
Oh no! That's
oh no,
evil.
not the bonuses.
I need my bonus. Thanks, Jack. It's one of the reasons. That's also one of the reasons why being an infiltrator is so much fun. Just being able to hear that happen all the time is great.
Talk to that tank-grown Krogan.
You are different. New. You don't smell like this world. 7 night cycles, and I have felt only the need to kill. But you... something makes me speak.
Night cycles. 7 days.
So, it's interesting to me that we get to see this, because this is totally the same thing that almost happened on Vermeer, but we didn't actually get to see any tank-bred Krogan.
They must breed them full size, ready to kill. Not much improvement over regular mercs if they need training.
Bred to kill. No. I kill because my blood and bone tell me to. But it's not why I was flushed from Glass Mother. Survival is what I hear in my head. Against the enemy that threatens all my kind. But I failed, even before waking. That is what the voice in the water said. That is why I wait here.
It's an unfortunate life you live.
You're supposed to be part of a mercenary army. Do you remember Ghidorah?
I know that name. It causes anger, but also laughter. It is not a name that will be sung when we march. I don't know what that means, but I have heard it many times.
Interesting.
How can you speak if you're only a week old?
There was a scratching sound in my head, and it became the voice. It taught things I would need. Walking, talking, hitting, shooting. Then the voice said I was not perfect, and the teaching stopped. And now I am here.
It was taught enough to be judged. I still don't know what the goal was, though.
Oh, so you were also
but
put
I'm
through
not
the American
perfect.
education system.
Okir's
I
voice?
see.
Did he speak to you while you were in your tank?
I heard the voice, not like now, with ears. Inside. I called it Father. It like that. But it was disappointed. I'm not what it needs me to be.
A lab with Krogans. Sounds like an attempt to cure the genophage.
Cure. Cure was never whispered. Survive, resist, ignore.
Huh.
How did you disappoint the voice?
I don't know. It was decided before I left Tank Mother. I was not perfect.
That merc said these guys go crazy.
I don't know of that, but I'm not perfect.
I destroyed Saren's cure. How does Okir expect these Krogan to ignore the genophage if not by curing it?
No idea. Doesn't look like he's had much success so far.
Show us the lab, man.
Can you show me the laboratory? I need to speak with Okir.
The Glass Mother. She is up, past the broken parts, behind many of you fleshy things. I will show you.
So this is attempt 2 at least of whatever was going on Vermeer. Only a completely different
Rough
party.
stuff. I like it.
Still bad news.
You fleshy things are slow when big things are in your way.
You could have run or tried to fight your way back to the labs. Why stay here?
I am waiting. The voice told me, if they come, I fight. But I will not run, and I will not follow. I am not perfect, but I have purpose. I must wait until called, released.
Oh. Krogan Blood Rage. That's the name of a novel if ever I heard one.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Well, that's one less problem to deal with.
Good job.
Grazie. Oh no, more problems. More problems, and
Damn
yet
it!
not
Watch
more
where
money.
you're shooting.
Fire a high impact shot!
There he goes, right over the edge. There goes the bravest jazz singer I ever knew.
There goes the bravest Krogan I ever knew.
Lily, what is it? Albus Cerberus Albus Erdnot Potter. You are named after the bravest Krogan I ever knew. Thanks, Jack. Erdnot Potter. Oh, jeez.
That's pretty good.
Okay, let me see if we can take down some of this armor. So, Shockwave.
I'll destroy you.
Underhanded throw that goes through enemies and knocks them off of their feet.
Pretty good.
It's like it's a big biotic bowling alley. Now I'm gonna pop one of those. Yeah, I feel like the combat in this game is A, it's much better to just shoot, but B, the options for your squad mates to just absolutely wreck is so much easier in this game. It's so much easier to see what they were going for, you know?
Because they're good now instead of not.
That's correct. They're also like instantaneous, which is another really good thing that if you're gonna do it, it should be instantaneous.
Take you out.
Slightly out of range that time. The other thing that I really like about Shockwave is if you have it and Jack has it, if you run like an adept or something, there are a lot of situations where the enemies will be like, you remember how in Mass Effect 1 you would run into situations where we would have to fight like 7 to 8 husks all at the same time and they would just rush you?
Yeah.
Because husks don't have like shields and biotic barriers, you can just both toss down a shockwave and they go flying in large quantities, often off of railings and into pits.
Good.
Ooh, refined platinum. That'll help us with some of those upgrades. Yeah. Also, the lens flares are really aggressive in this game.
I remember you specifically needed platinum.
Yes. Platinum is something that we definitely
For
need.
what, I do not recall.
Also do not recall. There was like 3 or 4 things that we need. This one is significantly easier than the other one that we ran into.
Yeah, it's kind of an easy one.
Open up.
None of them even overlap.
No, and none of them are like across the board from each other either. Woof. Ooh. You know, I haven't seen this level with like the updated textures and everything. This looks a lot better than it did on the first go around with this game. Even at the time, I have to say that the level looked like absolute garbage. This one looks a little bit better with these updated textures. Why don't you pull him? That'll just... I forgot about the screams. Okay.
One less to worry about.
Enemies will often scream in this game if they're pulled over a pit or if they're like biotic in such a way that they're falling for a long time. And it might have been fixed in the PC version, but in at least the original version of this game, those screams would often be really, really loud and last forever. And sometimes they would just loop. So that might be something that we run into, and I hope it is.
Sounds like fun.
Very good.
I'll kill you all!
Yeah, these blue suns are screwed. They're getting hammered from both sides. Krogan are loose. We're loose. We're loose. Groose is loose.
That's right.
That's an acceptable. You could hear like as soon as you see a Krogan walking towards you, just bam ba bam bam. Dum da da dum 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 da 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 dum da da dum dum dum. Bam bam bam. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Bam bam bam. Did they ever add Groose's theme to Smash Brothers?
Not that I am aware of, but I could be wrong.
It should so be in there. There's no way that it's like a battle track, but it really should be.
With some of the tracks they have in that game, it's hardly an excuse.
I feel there should be a situation where you're like on Final Destination and it's just yes. Because I'm thinking back to like all of the individual moments where I would be playing online and it's like, this map is some stencil drawing that somebody made of of Patrick opening a jar. That's what I want playing when I'm on those maps, at least. That's right. I'm still incoming.
Oh no, I broke it.
Shockwave!
I can take you
Ooh.
Up to class.
Final justice. Okay. Very good. Yeah, it's going real bad for these guys.
They are having a rough go of it.
And not, like, obviously, you know, they're having a rough time of it because we're here. But even if we weren't here, they're clearly having, like, a... Ooh, that guy hit his own dude in the back. They did it twice. We should hire that guy. But they're clearly having like their own.
You know what's up.
Their own like company civil war. Jack, sit down, please. Damn, Jack taking those rockets like a champ. Appreciate that.
This is what happens when you're a biotic.
This is what happens when you have that entirely reflective thing covering both of your eyes. I like to think...
It just reflects the laser.
I like to think that she's not wearing, like, sunglasses, and that's just purely reflective. Like, she's using her biotic abilities to sense around her like a bat.
And it's just like a fucking piece of tinfoil.
It's like Ida in, is it Ida in Heaven's Word that has the mask that just completely covers her eyes?
Yeah.
She can't see out of... Oh, people don't like that, but I think that's a really cool costume because it's very.
I mean, people liked it in Nier.
People did like it in Nier. At least the Revengeance was like, no, this blindfold over Raiden's eye is in fact a bunch, like a million tiny cameras. It just looks like a blindfold.
I mean, that was the excuse in Nier as well. It's not a blindfold, it's a visor.
It's such a stupid excuse, but I really like it.
That makes me like it more.
Yeah, me too. At some point, I've really got to finish Nier Automata.
Shield.
I played that game a little bit. I kind of wanted it to be more of like a straight-up action game than like a, level barrier kind of beefgate game. I feel you could probably install a mod or something that just... I'm sure that something exists out there that normalizes all of the enemy types. Probably be a fun way to play that game. If you're me, anyway. It's also the problem of me trying to get around the map quickly and trying to like jump across pits, and then I would just fall and be stuck in like a level 40 zone or something at level 12, and it's like, oh no. The game did not want me to do this.
Fire in the hole!
Alright. Sniper rifle. How about? There we go. Problem taken care of. That's getting it done. Oh, jeez! This looks... This planet is still like an ugly planet, by design, but it looks so much better now than it did before. I don't know how much of this is the mod and how much of this is, I don't know, my memory, but part of my memory is playing this on the Xbox and noticing that this entire level was like the same kind of shade of orange. And there is, it's all kind of grayish, but there's at least some variance in color and shade here that I do not think was here originally. Also a surprisingly accurate little auto pistol at this range.
A nifty little piece of kit, that.
Most of the time, you point these weapons at something and that's where the bullets go.
I'll light them up. Protocol 4, deploy suppressive fire.
Very
unlike in Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say very much unlike the first game.
Scratch one.
Mass Effect 1 could do with a remake if only to fix the combat.
I think that's
everything else is fine.
So I think that's literally also what they're doing, because we talked a little bit about how they are doing like the Legacy Collection or whatever, and they said that they were making some gameplay changes to 1 to make it fit with 2 and 3 a little bit more, and I wonder what that is, because that to me says we redid the combat entirely. Holy shit. Nice save, whoever that was.
Well, I hope you're right.
I also hope I'm right.
Shepard, don't shoot. You know me.
Oh my god.
I shut down the security cams as soon as I saw it was you. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad it's you shooting up the place. Sorry, ran a Thanoptis. You let me go when you destroyed Saren's lab on Vermine.
Yeah, why are you here
Had to
again?
outrun a nuke in a utility pod, but it's still a second chance.
Yeah, I remember you.
Why are you here?
I assume you have a good reason for being at this lab?
Don't worry, I'm not wasting the chance you gave me. My work here, strictly beneficial. Not for the mercs. Jador's on a standard power trip. But Okeer is trying to do something good, even if his methods are a little extreme.
Uh-huh.
Everyone deserves a second chance, right? And sometimes giving one pays off.
Yeah, what about that guy?
Listen, let's not ignore the actual corpse in the room.
What is Okeer trying to do here?
It's complicated. Jador wants a private army, but Okeer mostly ignores her. He's running the project for his own reasons. I created a mental imprint routine to educate his tank bred. Most don't get through it. He dumps them for some reason. He wants to help his people, but he's not looking for a genophage cure, and he's not going for numbers. That's all I know.
Interesting. That is a big difference.
Time to run again, Rana. You never know when I might blow up next.
Suppose I can't expect a warm goodbye after the last mess.
No, you
Don't
shouldn't
worry.
be here.
I'm staying the hell away from whatever you do and wherever you go. Thanks anyway, Shepard.
Go on the Citadel.
I'm all for second chances. Not so sure on third ones.
Like, go, I don't know.
Anywhere?
Go work on something that doesn't have to do with the genophage. That seems to be a bad time for you.
This is the second time.
I know. How did you get wrapped up in almost the exact same situation a second time? Also, it's only been 2 years.
It feels like it's been longer.
I've watched your progress. It's about time. The batteries on these tanks will not wait while you play with these idiotic mercs.
I take it you're Okeer. You don't seem particularly caged or grateful that I'm here.
You may claim to be here to help, but the formerly deceased Shepard is not a sign of gentle change.
It's true.
Surprised? Old Krogan
Most
should
people
know
don't come back from the dead.
I'm sure Rana has already revisited your actions on Vermeer.
I'm sure you're eager to retell the story.
Such a tale. Saren, the Spectre traitor, threatens the return of the Krogan horde by curing the genophage, undoing the gentle genocide of the Turians and Solarians. But before Saren can deliver his endless troops, in rides Shepard, securing victory through nuclear fire. I like that part. It has weight.
Okay, but they weren't really Krogan as much as they were, like, mind-controlled slaves.
I didn't have a lot of room for finesse. If there'd been any
I'm
other
all for
solution,
stopping the genophage, but...
But I approve. Saren's pale
Okay,
horde
no
were not
problems.
true Krogan.
He's fine with it.
Numbers alone are nothing. The mistake of an outsider. One that these mercenaries have also made.
Exactly, they weren't real. Like, they wouldn't have helped the cause.
I gave their leader my rejects for her army, but she grows impatient. It's time for you to take me out of here.
I like that he still
We're
does
here
the
about
theatrical
collectors, not
thing
your
about
problems.
throwing his arms up in the air, but he's like, oh no, totally, it's fine, it's cool.
Collector attacks have increased. A human concern. My requests were focused elsewhere. I acquired the knowledge to create one pure soldier. With that, I will inflict upon the genophage the greatest insult an enemy can suffer. To be ignored.
I love that.
Your search for the perfect soldier created a lot of failures. You don't care about them?
I failed no one. My rejects are exactly what Jador asked for. She simply lacks the ability to command.
She's just
They are
stupid.
strong, healthy, and useless to me. I need perfection. If a few thousand are rejected, so be it. My work will purify the Krogan. We will not be restored. We will be renewed.
I thought the Krogan ideal was a return to the numbers that threatened the galaxy.
We will not need numbers. My soldier is a template. It is a greater threat than all the Phantom siblings that would have been at its flank. The galaxy still bears the scars of the Horde, but it will learn to fear the Lance.
Got a very theatrical bent to you.
You're just as cruel and
I like it a
manipulative
lot.
as those who released the
Okira's pretty
genophage
okay.
on your people.
Perhaps, but I will restore the Krogan, and my soldier will not provoke a nuclear response as a cure or Horde would. My legacy is perfection.
He's smart.
With each pure Krogan reaching higher by standing on our dead, they will exceed, but not forget.
Oh man. Tell me about this collector stuff.
What did you get from the collectors? I need whatever you know about them.
They are strange, so isolated, yet very available when your sacrifice is big enough. I gave them mini Krogan. I may have information for you, but the tech was consumed in my prototype, after I determined how to use it without killing the subjects. The deaths were unfortunate, but I only need one success to start the process.
Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna need that Krogan.
So you don't want to cure the genophage?
Contrary to what survivors claim, the genophage does not produce strong Krogan. The only quality it filters is the ability to survive the genophage. For every 1,000 stillborn, too many weaklings live. Every survivor is branded as precious. That's produced more cuddling than your collective human teats.
Please don't say teats again.
I say, let us carry the
This is
genophage.
a family-friendly
Let
thing.
1,000 die in a clutch. We will defeat it by climbing atop our dead. That is the Krogan way.
Oh boy, I need that Krogan.
If your pet soldier is as strong as you think, maybe I can use him.
Perhaps I can strike a deal to secure passage, but my prototype is not negotiable. It is the key to my legacy.
Attention, I have traced the Krogan release. Okeer, of course.
Well,
I'm calling blank slate on this project.
looks like we've got another boss fight on our hands.
Flush the tanks.
She's that
Oh,
weak
boy.
will. She'll kill my legacy with a damn valve. Shepard, you want information on the collectors? Stop her. She'll try to
I
access
sincerely have
contaminants in
no
the
idea what
storage
this
bay.
thing is with the subtitles.
You could just start
No
over
clue.
like she plans to. What's the big deal?
This tank is pure. It involved as much trial as data. Starting over will not duplicate it. It must survive.
Understood.
The door will be with the rejected tanks. Kill her. I will stay and do what must be done.
Well, listen. One way or another, I'm gonna need that Krogan. It has whatever data you had that was on the collectors. We need that. Also, C. There we go. Y. There we go. There's that one, and there's this one. What did I get? What do I got?
We can use this.
Apparently it held Paragon points. There we go. Research for Krogan vitality. Yeah, that checks out.
That's a good thing to have, and a good thing to find here.
Also kind of it's an extremely valuable thing to just kind of find laying around.
Yeah?
Like you think about finding something like that in the context of the universe itself. Like if we weren't also staring down the barrel of this one potentially perfect Krogan, then that's the kind of thing that people would have probably spent like decades of trying to find on their own.
Yeah.
But it's
and
just,
they did, and that's why it's there.
It's just in a little thing there.
It's one of the reasons.
I am going to need to pick up more ammo at some point. Let's get some disruptor ammo going on and throw a shockwave out there. Also, yeah, you may have just heard it there, but they didn't get rid of that line from Mass Effect 1. They just gave it to Jack.
Kill them, I'll create more.
Yeah.
Enemy charging.
Go ahead and go over here. I'm gonna need to survive.
Current objective, survive.
They're moving in close.
Okay. What do we got here? We got overload. Good. Concussive shot. Less good. Give me one of those. And give me another shockwave.
Go ahead, destroy. I will rebuild.
Oh, here comes the rocket.
Enemy charging.
Nice.
Look out!
These mechs are a lot of fun to fight. I really like how they kind of change the pace of combat encounters.
That's gonna blow up.
They're like mini bosses.
Kinda, yeah. For so much of the first game, you're just fighting foot soldiers almost the entire game. Occasionally, you would get like the hopper type enemies, or you would get like a Geth armature or something. But
yeah,
there's a bit more variance and a bit more variety in 2. And that's one of the things that 3 does even better. 3 ramps up that variance and that variation quite a bit. A lot more enemy types, a lot more different types of encounters in general. There we go. Is that it?
Alarms in the lab. What's that Krogan doing up there?
Shepard, the lab alarms coincided with the system's failure. The remaining lab systems are unprotected.
Contamination detected. Emergency
That's not good.
vent in progress. Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress.
If I knew why the collectors wanted humans, I would tell you. But everything is in my prototype. My legacy is pure. This one soldier. This grunt. Perfect.
He loves cornbread.
Why would someone so fanatical sacrifice himself for one Krogan?
Crack it open. Let's see what a pure Krogan's got.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to pass up, actually.
A pure Krogan could pack a hell of a punch. We can always use another heavy hitter.
If he'll help. I doubt anyone's asked for his opinion.
Normandy, Okeer is a no-go, but we have a package that needs retrieval. And he's a big one.
Welcome to the team, Krogan. That has no name. That no one has ever spoken to, literally ever.
Yeah, he's got no name as shit, huh?
No name. In fact, that's kind of the first thing on our to-do list. First thing to
give him a name.
Names are
Bringing
important.
The Krogan for study makes sense, but I have concerns about waking.
Yeah, you've said that a few times now.
A normal Krogan is dangerous.
Yeah,
this
I bet
one
you
was
do.
created and likely educated by a madman.
Everybody having a good time?
I see everyone's enjoying the new paperweight. Concerns?
We don't know anything about it, Commander.
I know. You don't find that interesting?
Krogan fight well at close quarters. Perhaps awakening him in a confined space wouldn't be prudent.
Noted.
It's
The
actually
cargo
a good
hold
point.
is safe enough while I decide what to do with him.
Cargo hold is the biggest room that we've got. But
it's true.
We are kind of going to just immediately ignore that suggestion. Let's see if we have enough of that sniper rifle upgrade. That would be really important to get. Yes, we do. 2 out of 5.
While you do that, I will be right back.
Actually, I am going to go ahead and put us on BRB because I also have to use the bathroom. Give us...
All right, go for it.
Just a moment, everyone. All right, we're back to it. We have I want to point out something really fun, which is the thing that popped up as an option for us to go and find, or an objective for us to solve rather, was not. What's the way that I want to put this? The exact wording used was activate the Krogan, which I appreciate.
Well, go activate the Krogan.
We are going to activate the Krogan. If Mass Effect 1 is anything to go by, the addition of a Krogan to our party is going to be a bit of a boon.
If Mass Effect 1 is anything to go by, you should probably activate the Krogan.
Let's activate.
The subject is stable, Shepard. Integration with onboard systems was seamless.
Can he see anything in there? Does he know where he is?
Unlikely. Current neural patterns indicate minimal cognition. Barring ship-wide power loss, the nutrients in the tank could sustain him for over a year.
Any idea how dangerous this guy is?
He is a Krogan, Shepard. If you were asking whether he is actively hostile, I don't have the necessary data to answer. Okeer's technology could impart data, not methods of thinking. The subject may know of his views, but would not necessarily share them.
Anything wrong?
What can you tell me about this guy? Anything unusual?
The subject is an exceptional example of the Krogan species, with fully formed primary, secondary, and tertiary organs where applicable. No defects of any kind, aside from the genetic markers of the genophage present in all Krogan. I cannot judge mental functioning.
Crack it open!
Stand by. I'm gonna open the tank and let him out.
Cerberus protocol is very clear regarding untested alien technology.
I am the commander.
I won't be second-guessed on my own ship by my own ship. Do it.
Very well, Shepard.
That's right.
The controls are online. The switch and consequences are yours.
Open this tank with the Krogan in this relatively small room. What could go wrong?
This I gotta see.
It's really good.
Look at this fucking Half-Life 1 enemy.
A little bit, huh?
Look at this fucking Unreal Tournament alien.
He is very Unreal Tournament.
He splits the difference between Unreal Tournament 3 and Unreal Tournament 2004.
He's also fucking massive.
He's giant!
He's mad!
Human, female. Before you die, I need a name.
Your name is Steven. Bloom.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I don't take threats lightly. I suggest you relax.
Not your name. Mine. I'm trained. I know things. But the tank, Okeer couldn't implant connection. His words are hollow. Warlord, legacy, Grunt. Grunt was among the last. It has no meaning. It'll do. I am Grunt. If you are worthy of your command, prove your strength and try to destroy me.
You really want that?
Why do you want me to try to kill you?
Want? I do what I'm meant to. Fight and reveal the strongest. Nothing in the tank ever asked what I want. I feel nothing for Okeer's clan or his enemies. That imprint failed.
Huh.
He has failed. Without a reason that's mine. One fight is
You
as
are
good
an
as any
individual.
other. Might as well start with you.
Alright. My command is your reason.
I took you and I released you. Follow my command and you'll have purpose.
Nothing in the tank imprints indicated humans could be so forceful. You command as though you've earned it.
My enemies threaten galaxies. Everyone on my ship has earned their place.
Oh, look at that facial animation on the Krogan.
That's
No,
acceptable.
don't look too close.
I'll fight for you.
I'm glad you saw reason.
Huh?
Yeah.
Offer one hand, but arm the other. Wise Shepard. If I
He
find
likes
a
it.
plan, if I find what I want, I will be honored to eventually pit them against you.
I like this guy.
Me too. He just needs to find a reason to do anything, which I think is kind of relatable.
Shepard.
He needs to find a reason to live and a reason to die.
That's right.
Just checking in. Making sure you're acclimatizing.
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
Alright, well, come back. Upgrades.
Anything in your tank imprints that can make use
I love
of the
that.
resources we found?
Might have something I could put together. Don't know how useful it will be.
What have we got here? Can we afford that ship thing? Not yet. We need more platinum. Okay. We need a lot more platinum, actually.
So I should keep this crap around? Don't let it pile up. I live down here.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Okay. I'm very happy that not only do we have a bona fide space cowboy on our crew now, but we've got a Krogan.
That's right.
We gotta go back up, and I don't think anybody's gonna have anything to say to us yet. I could be wrong. We'll try and check in with Morden. See if Morden has anything new to say. Yeah, Grunt is a great character. I really like him a lot. It's just like conceptually the idea of like kind of an infant Krogan in a lot of ways. Like he's fully grown, but he's also not mentally, you know?
Shepard, how can I help?
Tell me about
He's
yourself.
fully grown and fully formed, but he has nothing to go on.
Exactly.
Have you got
no
a minute to talk?
experience.
Yes, would like that, actually. Talked about work earlier. Time with Special Tasks Group studying genophage. Wasn't entirely honest. Lie of omission. Also, other kinds. Need to clear the air. Mission too important to keep secrets. Work on genophage was more than just study.
Yeah, kind of figured.
I had a feeling you were holding something back.
Apologies, classified information, but you've earned the full story. Need to know me, what I can do, what I did. Wasn't lying completely. Initially just did recon, but uncovered data. Troubling. Krogan population was increasing at faster rate than expected. Krogan were adapting to genophage, overcoming disease.
How?
Did the Krogan evolve, or did some of their scientists develop a treatment?
Krogan scientists? Never met Krogan scientist worthy of term. No. Natural evolution. Krogan physiology incredibly durable. Organ redundancy, backup systems, cellular regeneration. Genophage like any other natural hazard. Krogan evolved past it.
Okay.
Maybe they were just having a lucky year. Or fewer mercs left, meaning more Krogan were left to repopulate.
Please, Shepard. Social environmental concerns accounted for. Not an undergraduate. Population spike caused by adaptation to genophage. No other possibility.
That's pretty good. Well, that's good.
Genophage was a terrible mistake. It nearly destroyed the Krogan and their culture. Now they have a chance to recover.
Naive viewpoint. Krogan too dangerous to allow unchecked birth rate. Look at Krogan rebellions. Personally led a science team. Geneticists, chemists, sociologists, mathematicians. Created new version of genophage. Released it on Tuchanka, other Krogan-centric areas. Restabilized Krogan population.
Do you think that was wise?
You never considered other options?
Hundreds. Thousands. Modified genophage offered best outcome. Stabilized population, avoided publicity that could incite Krogan anger, averted potential genocide, or devastating war. Best solution for whole galaxy. Krogan included.
Why not go all the way?
If the Krogan are so dangerous, why not just sterilize them outright?
Not a war criminal, not a murderer, genocide, unnecessary.
I only wanted to
Krogan
commit
as a whole,
light
violent,
genocide.
aggressive.
Just,
Still,
you know, a little
have
bit.
Outliers, worth saving. Genophage modification protected galaxy, allowed Krogan chance to survive. Everyone wins. Good for us, good for them.
Oh boy. That's a rough argument to make.
How did you distribute the modified genophage?
Covert drops, hospitals, clan centers, water supplies. Very difficult. Few Solarians on Tuchanka. Team got caught a few times. Had to fight free. Messy. Better when things went as planned.
How did your genophage modification work?
Krogan evolution attached garbage genetic code to genophage attack sites. Modification created other areas for garbage code to connect. Left sites clean, capable, running smoothly.
I think what you did was still fucked up, dude.
The genophage was a mistake bordering on a war crime.
No, it was. It was a war crime.
Don't want me on team? Don't bring me. Can stay here, work on collector research. But no apologies. Did what was right. Hope you do the same if necessary. Should get back to work. Talk more later. Next time tissue synthesis has to compile. Good for free time.
Oh boy. Morden was definitely in the trenches in more than a few ways there.
I mean, sometimes I wonder about the genophage.
Right. Well, because like context is important, right?
Context is important, and you have this warrior race that's tough as nails and breeds like cockroaches and rabbits and whatever. They're tough as cockroaches, they breed like rabbits. You know what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
And they like to fight.
And like...
You see how that could be a problem?
And if not for... There is a good chance that they would have taken over the galaxy during the Krogan rebellions if the genophage hadn't happened, right?
Ferris Fields.
What's happening to
they
them...
would have taken over or been like outright extinguished.
Right, and what's happening to them now is incredibly fucked up. Like, their culture stands to be destroyed. Their culture's already taken like a huge hit and everything. But, you know, it's still bordering on genocide. And it's like, it is, within the context of the universe, a huge, huge morally gray area that, yeah, you can definitely see, you can see a lot of strong opinions being tossed about.
It is definitely genocide, but things are almost never that simple.
That's right. And Morden goes a little far with it, but at the same time, he thinks like a scientist. He is like, no, the numbers are on my side. I did what I had to do. I maybe feel a little bit bad about it, but I'm not going to apologize for it. And it's like, let's stick a fork in this, Morden. Let's come back to this later.
Shepard, need me for something?
Can we talk?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Damn it.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, okay. All right, calibrations. Have you heard of calibrations in regards to this series?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of this game, well, okay. Eventually, you can exhaust all of your people's dialogue, and they'll no longer have anything more to say to you. So by the end of the game, if you talked to Garrus all of the time, which who wouldn't, because he's Garrus and he's great, you would just get locked into every time you wanted to talk to him. Sorry, Shepard, I'm in the middle of some calibrations. But that was the note that was left off on, because, hey, Mass Effect 3 took a little while to come out, so calibrations on calibrations. And we got our ships.
Look at that. And look at all that space.
That's right.
For more ships.
Some of these
Spaceships,
are
even.
bigger than others. Ship space for spaceships. That's correct.
That's right. You should customize your gear. I don't think you've done that yet.
I did the very first episode while you were in the bathroom, but we'll go back and do it again. We have a couple more options.
I think you've gotten some upgrades since then.
Yeah. So here's some of the DLC armor. Here's a bunch of the DLC armor. You have a lot more helmet options this game. You've got your Ashley, and then your Ashley, but on like a hazard planet. You've got Cyberpunk little scouter. You've got another scouter. You've got these fucking things, which are hilarious. You got a recon hood, which the recon hood is kind of badass, but unfortunately, the reason I never use the recon hood is because we can't see Jen Hale's face during cutscenes.
Yeah.
This thing, which reminds me of... This reminds me of the Ardent troops in XCOM more than anything.
It reminds me of Monsoon.
Yeah, that's true also. And yeah, more scouters. We got a lot of these. For the most part, no helmet is usually the way to go.
You should equip something because it improves your stats. Maybe go with the scouter.
Maybe. We'll see what we got here.
What does that third option do?
This third option? The third option, the Kestrel Torso, increases melee by 10, increases weapon damage by 5, increases shield strength by 3.
I would use that.
Let's see what this middle one does, because I actually don't remember what most of these do. Reduces the delay before your shields start regenerating by 10%.
Not that impressive.
No, not that impressive. It's a cool effect, but you would have to stack it with other things.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we'll get some general buffs on this one. As far as the shoulder guards go, let's see. We've got these that go with them, which is a very Samus Aran looking thing. Melee and shields.
I would go with those.
Yeah, these are our only two options. Arms. We've got these ones as well, which we'll keep stacking on those. And legs. We've got stimulator conduits, which increase storm speed by 10%. And we've got the Kestrel power pack, which, again, just kind of blanket improvements.
Heavy weapon ammo capacity.
Yeah, that's true too. 5%, which is probably like what, one round?
Mm-hmm.
I like this level of shiny. I don't know about you. This level of shiny looks good.
Pattern. What's the pattern change?
Oh boy. Okay, so the pattern, it is either nothing, stripes, or camo. Kind of like the stripes, personally.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I thought there would be more options.
There might be more options, but at the moment, at least, we
do the lights. No.
No, you cannot do the lights.
That's a shame.
Although we could change the color from green to blue to match the lights if you prefer.
You should change it to purple so we look like an Eva.
Okay, I like that. That's actually yeah.
Guess what? We're fucking Eva.
That's correct. I had not considered that, but you are absolutely correct. Keep the green. Yeah, there we go.
Maybe a lighter green?
Well, the other green is like a bright ass lime green, which it's like a shock of green.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Okay. Here. Black. And then pattern color, right? Oh, wait a second. Purple. Purple that we just had is purple was this one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try it out and then we'll see it when we're on a planet. Yeah, the one we have right now is a little bit darker, a tiny bit more subtle.
It should probably have more purple, but also I don't know how much time you want to spend on this.
Listen. I'll spend.
This is something that you and I could both spend hours on.
Uh-huh. Yep.
But not for the purposes of this.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like for me, another good thing that 3 adds is just more armor.
Wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
Oh, okay. Well, we actually probably should talk to him. Yeah, more options, more of an ability to be styling in space.
You know, I'll say this for the Elusive Man. At least he actually wants to get shit done, instead of just fucking around with politics like the Council.
He might be evil, but I agree with you.
Maybe.
Shepard, I think
he might be evil, but at least he does
one of our
things.
Colonies in the terminus systems just went silent. If it isn't under attack, it soon will be. Has Mordant delivered the countermeasure for the Seeker swarms?
Not yet.
Let's hope he works well under pressure. There's something else you should know. One of your former crew, Ashley Williams, she's stationed on Horizon.
Okay, why?
Last I knew, Ash was Alliance. Why is she out in the terminus systems?
Officially, it's an outreach program to improve Alliance relation with the colonies. But they're up to something. And if they sent Chief Williams, it must be big. Perhaps you should take it up with her.
Well, why don't you bring it up with the Alliance?
We should send a message to the Citadel.
Why don't you bring it up with your Sharingan?
Not until you investigate. I don't want the Alliance getting in our way. Once you have the situation under control, I'll send the message personally.
Alright, look, this all seems a little convenient.
The Collectors just happened to pick a colony with one of my former crew. I don't buy it.
It shouldn't be a surprise the Collectors are interested in you, especially if they're working for the Reapers.
I'm just gonna. This seems like a.
After her to get to you.
Seems like a really big trap.
Send the coordinates. We'll head straight there.
This is the most warning we've ever had, Shepard. Good luck.
Yeah, because it's probably a trap.
Joker, set a course for Horizon. I've got to go see the professor.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah. Grody.
Grody, even.
What's up, Morden?
Tell me you have something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Line. Line.
Line. What's all this then?
We're getting prepped for that AC-130 gunship mission in Modern Warfare 4. Sorry, Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty 4.
Lilith, we've got a problem.
Still can't calibrate the targeting matrix?
Those defense towers are useless if we don't figure it out.
Sorry, Chief. Getting our comm systems back online takes priority.
Yeah. Okay. Surprised people haven't tried to blame that one on me, too.
People out here don't trust the Alliance. It's nothing personal.
Doesn't feel so
What
good
is
when
that?
people just judge you based on the group that you're affiliated with for no reason, does it, Ashley?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no!
Get everyone to the safe house.
Oh no, it's the big meteor ship from the beginning. Oh
the last
shit.
time we saw that, things went bad. Get out of here! Get the fuck out of here, you idiot! Oh no. Yep, okay. That's pretty much what I expected.
Horrible stinging stasis bugs.
Directed by Alfred Hitchcock. This would have been Hitchcock. Like, if Hitchcock was interested in sci-fi, this is what you would have gotten. The bugs.
That's right.
The collectors are pretty neat.
Yeah, look at these fucking guys, huh?
It's like, how do you make something look more evil than the Geth? Well, how about this?
What if instead of being gross bug robots, they were gross robot bugs?
Hmm.
Assuming control.
It's been a long time since I've heard those words. Holy shit.
Oh, I've seen you before, Harbinger.
Harbinger's pretty cool. We now have the closest
thing. Been a long time.
It's the closest thing that,
We are the harbinger of their perfection. Prepare these humans for ascension.
Harbinger is the closest thing that Mass Effect has to a rival character. Alright.
Harbinger is also the closest thing Mass Effect 2 has to the fucking Gravemind.
Let's bring Garrus with us, because Ashley is here, and it seems fitting that we have at least one Mass Effect 1 person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bring Grunt, because we haven't seen Grunt yet. And I'm gonna save our stuff for the next big upgrade rather. And Garrus, you go and get what you want. Grunt, you go ahead and get what you want. Let's get out of here. Get to show off our cool new anime armor.
That's right.
Oh no! Copyright! God, that thing is huge. Oh yeah, these are EVA Unit 1 colors.
Morden, you sure those armor upgrades will protect us from the Seeker swarms?
Certainty.
I feel like it should have more purple.
It should have more purple.
To swarms. In theory.
If I could, I would make the I'd make the lights
Experimental technology
probably.
only test is contact with Seeker swarms.
Well, let's take a look.
To see if you survive.
There's a lot of purple. It's just on the front. It's like big shocks of purple. Ooh, that was a meaty hit. Yeah, these things come out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't an EVA unit, isn't EVA 01 like mostly purple?
Yes. Mostly purple.
I'm thinking the black should be purple and the green.
I mean,
yeah, the black should be purple and the green, the purple that is purple now should be green.
If you want to walk around looking like an anime convention, sure.
Do you not?
I don't know. Seems a little gaudy, but we can do it. If it makes you happy, we'll do it. I would not dress myself that way. But...
Listen,
I won't
you know that I have no taste. You know this about me.
Sure. I'm just saying.
You know that I like things that are needlessly gaudy and over the top.
That's right. That's why we get along.
That's right. And yet here you are, judging me.
Look, I need Jesus Christ, that thing is huge. I need a couple of glaring inconsistencies in my life, like Hannelore.
The collectors are disrupting communications.
We're on our own now.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
I want to say that just visually, this is very much like a... To me, this planet reads like a redo of Eden Prime from 1.
See, that's what I was thinking the second you loaded in, is like, yeah, it's trying to Eden Prime.
I'll put them down.
Especially since we also have Ashley here with us. Or, well, she's here anyway.
She's on the planet, close enough.
Husks. We got husks. It was a good thing we brought Jack.
You didn't!
Oh, you're right. It's a bad thing we didn't bring Jack.
One less to worry about.
We did bring Stephen Bloom, though. So we didn't make the wrong call.
Those things look like the
Wait,
husks
did we?
that Geth used on Eden Prime.
Yeah, Stephen Bloom.
I thought the Geth got that technology from Sovereign.
Then your elusive man was right.
Is he?
Collectors must work for the Reapers.
Yes, Grunt is totally Steve Bloom.
We can use this.
He's like 100%.
Human. This one of the.
You're right.
No.
He's just got a little bit of a reverb on his voice, but it's just him.
Just a little bit. But it, yeah, you're right.
The collectors must have already had the husks. They want the colonists.
That one actually threw me for a loop.
Else.
He's a good voice actor.
Collectors must be experimenting on the colonists. What are they up to?
Maybe it's better not to know the details.
Guess we'll find out when we stop them.
These aren't the same creatures I fought on Eden Prime. They're more advanced. Evolved.
They still die when you shoot them.
That's true.
This colony's under attack, remember? Let's move out.
Yeah.
Also, you notice our scars are glowing?
Yeah, you got those renegade points?
That's right. Well, they're cyber scars.
Yeah, that's why the renegade points make them glow.
Not too, probably not all that dissimilar from whatever's going on with Elusive Man's eyes. Figure if those were such expensive upgrades to have installed in somebody, then the boss man would probably have them installed in himself, right?
That stands to reason.
At least that's what I would do. If I was the head of a multi probably trillion credit organization that was also the head of unscrupulous terrorist activities, I would probably also...
You'd get some bits dropped in you.
Yeah. What if somebody comes into my office and I need to shoot them, like, now? I probably want to have, like, cyborg reflexes. Or at the very least, I want, like, cool eyes that make it look like I could. You know? Intimidation is a factor.
Intimidation is definitely a factor.
The more fights that you can end without starting is something to keep in mind. It's a stat. Which we happen to be kind of running towards. Shepard is, Eva Shepard here, very big on the intimidation score.
Looks like
which we saw on the prison ship.
Leaves victims helpless, but fully aware.
They've been like this a long time.
This is an unfortunate situation. It is. It is totally Eden Prime 2. The Bug Reckoning. No? Not that one? Not that one either. Kinda can't see these very well, actually. Also, sometimes you can just kind of get unlucky. Like, where the hell, where even are they? Here's one. One more. I just need one more. But I keep running over the middle one. Damn.
Damn.
Wasted time. Wasted time for no reason. It's okay. Shepard did not go to school to hack. Shepard went to school to probably intimidate, actually. Particle beam? Hell yes. Shepard is the only one that can use it. This is the one that I'm talking about. This is my favorite heavy weapon in the game. It is just a disintegration ray.
Now hold on. Oh, with an ammo count like that, that's totally continuous fire.
Oh yes. It goes down quickly. I can't wait to use it.
I was gonna say, like, is it like your Ghostbusters proton pack or like a Spartan laser?
It's a proton pack. All right. So,
focus on Shepard.
Disintegration ray.
This is what you face. You will know pain, Shepard.
I've got no shields.
Harbinger also just talks to us directly, which is kind of rad. It just pops up in the middle of the audio channel, which is, I like that.
And stay down.
He's using like Pokemon the first movie Mewtwo telepathy.
That's right.
Oh, that's Grunt. Never mind. Sorry, Grunt. Hopefully this time we can keep Steve Bloom alive.
Hopefully. Didn't go so good last time.
No. He does like a Super Saiyan power-up also every time that he,
Every time that he assumes direct control.
Exactly. And here's something else about him, too. As long as there is somebody left on the field with like a sliver of health, he can just keep doing it. So it's generally a good idea to get everybody that you're facing in a crowd almost dead, and then to kill Harbinger. So otherwise, like, you can get somebody down to their last pip of health, and then he'll take them over and bring them back with shields, right?
It's interesting.
It is interesting. I like him as a fight. Oh god, okay. This peace sign. And then these two. And this one all the way over on the corner. Open up. Shepard coming through. Ooh!
Company. Get out here, now!
Those scars have definitely started to glow more since the start of the game.
You're not wrong.
You're human. What are you doing out here? You lead them right here.
I cleared a path. You're lucky you're not in the hold of a collector ship right now.
Those things are collectors? You mean, they're real? I thought they were just made up, propaganda to keep us in Alliance space. No, They got Lilith. I saw her go down. Sten, too. They got damn near everybody.
Also, Lilith, while we're talking about Evangelion.
What's your name? What do you do here?
Name's Delan. Mechanic. I came down to check on the main grid after we lost our comm signals. And I heard screaming. I looked outside and there was swarms of bugs. Everyone they touched just froze. I sealed the doors. Damn it, it's the Alliance's fault. They stationed that Chief Williams here and built those
You know what? That's a good point. This is Ashley's fault.
Tell me more about this Alliance rep.
Chief
Well
Williams.
said.
Heard she was some kind of hero or something. Didn't mean nothing to me, though. Would rather she just stayed back in Council space.
Any idea what she was doing on Horizon?
Supposed to be helping us get the defense towers up and running. I got the feeling she was here for something else. Spying on us, maybe.
Tell me about the colony defense towers.
A gift from the Alliance. High-powered Guardian lasers. Supposed to keep hostile ships from landing near the colony. Had to build a massive underground generator just to give it enough juice. Only we couldn't get the targeting systems online.
That reminds me
so the Alliance
of
gave us a giant gun that couldn't shoot straight. Stupid sons of bitches.
While we're talking, this guy's pretty all right.
Why do you think this is the Alliance's
giant
fault?
underground
We're just a small
generators?
colony. Nobody bothered us before we started building those
I live
damn
out
defense
near
towers and drew attention to
Disney
ourselves.
and Universal.
I left Council space to get away from
And
the Alliance. Nothing good
every
ever
time that
comes from getting
the
mixed up with them.
Incredible Hulk roller coaster launches,
collectors are
it used to
targeting
be that it
remote
would damn
colonies.
near
The
cause a
Alliance was trying
blackout
to
for
help.
all of
I
Orlando.
don't need their help.
To the
Too many
point that
strings attached.
eventually they
That rep
needed to
said she was
build
just
its
here to get the
own like
towers online, but mark my
underground
words, there's more to
extended generator just to keep the power grid from not going offline every time they wanted to launch the Incredible Hulk coaster.
That's
The
pretty
Alliance
good.
doesn't care about the Terminus colonies.
And it's a cool
Damn
roller
straight,
coaster.
That's what I tried to tell everybody.
It's also a huge
The Alliance
problem
didn't
because
send someone
it
out here
lasts
because they
like
wanna help
maybe
us.
2
They were
minutes,
after something,
maybe,
always are.
and it runs all
If we
damn
have
day.
defenses, we can use them against the collector ship.
You'd need to calibrate the targeting system first. It's never worked right.
One of us should
Garrus
be
is
able to
here.
figure it out. We just need the location.
Garrus can calibrate
The main
anything.
transmitter on the other side of the colony.
He can calibrate anything directly
The
into
targeting
anything.
controls are at the base.
He's the Archangel.
Yeah, you're right.
It's probably just better if you stay out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'll let you out, but I'm locking the door behind you. I'm not taking any chances. Good luck. I think you're gonna need it.
You're right. This is one of the harder combat sequences in the game, from what I remember. But it's also the end of the mission, so if we do it, we'll be just about ready to go. Oh well, this one's not quite. There's a couple more rooms, and then we're good. Then we're good.
Heads up!
Calibration.
And it's just as well, because we're just about out of time here.
That's right. We have, we'll probably run about, well, we started about 10 minutes late, so when you think about it, it makes sense that we would be running about 10 minutes late, yeah.
Concussive shock.
Your form is fragile.
Check out those fucking guys. The Scions. The Scions are huddled masses of like extra organs into a big husk form.
That's what they call me. Put them down.
Not unlike Grunt, actually. Now I think about it. They're like
Biological redundant.
Exactly. They're like the hot dogs of the they're like the hot dogs of the collector species.
The sausages.
All the little bits and pieces that didn't fit anywhere else, they just mashed them into goo.
This looks
All
interesting.
together. And they're good at biotics. Because of course they would be.
We don't see more frozen people around.
Probably loaded onto the collector ship by now. We should hurry.
Should hurry. There's probably something good up here, though. Might just be money. Would be strange.
Money's good.
Ooh, computer. Computer. Yeah, that was money.
Computer.
Oh god, I'm thinking about Gaz talking to the Jonan Vasquez computer. I love that he was voiced by Jonan. That makes me so happy. Do you guys have any, like, video games or something? Not really.
Not Really?
Fine. I guess I'll go save the world. Something. Okay, we got a connector and a connector. C and C, and then, yeah, these two. Ah, shit. Here it is.
I don't pay you to question me. You don't pay me at all.
Invader Zim, super good. Scion, super bad.
Shields down.
I'll say.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
you got some goop on you.
This, yeah.
I'll put them down.
Ooh, half the man he used to be.
I'll say.
The Scions are kind of nightmares. These things are a better example of what the Reapers tend to do. Like, you hear about them doing this kind of thing, and then you see the husks, and you're like, oh, so they just turn people into zombies? And it's like, no, they turn them into things. They just mash stuff together.
Maybe a few steps shy of a necrophile.
Worthless.
Like, they try to make
Move into
it
cover.
perfect, but it's a machine's version of perfect, so it just ends up being like this.
Grotesque.
Come on up, Garrus. Garrus.
That kind of looks like a flood carrier, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, totally.
There's the transmitter.
Thanks, Steve Bloom.
And I can't believe that. I can't believe it took so long for that to click for me.
Because it's just his voice, but, like, Steve Bloom is so weird to me.
But it's like bass boosted.
Right? Steve Bloom is so weird to me because, like, he's such a good voice actor, but even though he just uses mostly his voice all of the time, it's so good at blending in that sometimes you don't know.
Normandy, do you copy?
Sometimes, most of the time I know. It's incredibly distinct.
Time to show these things we give as good as we get. Edie, bring the defense towers online.
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not
You will need to survive several incoming horde enemies.
Collectors will try to stop it. Good.
That's right.
Got any other helpful tips?
Just one. Enemy reinforcements are closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
Thanks, Edie. Alright, well...
You can tell that they were proud of the combat.
Oh, yeah.
It shows.
Enemy! Not stop me.
Alright. Take down Harbinger. Of course he's got the particle beam cannon.
I will.
Harbinger is very neat. And, again...
Harbinger is pretty neat.
Like I said, he's the closest thing that you get in this game to a rival character. And it's like, even if you defeat him, he just keeps coming back. He's kind of like the pursuer in a way.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not quite a rival as much as he is a chaser.
Yeah. The recurring enemy.
Like Mr. X or Mendez.
Kinda. Pop on up.
And stay down. This personally.
That's what I figured. Figured one of them would come up.
Assuming control.
Just keep on popping. Alright, somebody hit him with something. Come on. What are we doing here? Very good. Very good. Anybody else?
There will be more.
Man, I'm just remembering all the fucking memes from when this game came out, and now I'm just finally starting to get them.
Yeah. I know you feel this. Assume control. Yeah, it was... That shit has been in my mind for... I mean, since the game came out. It's never left my head.
Direct
And it still pops up too. Like, I'll be reading some forum board, and it'll be like, you know, Company X just got bought out by Company Y, and somebody will be like, I know you feel this. I need to go invisible.
Your form is fragile.
That's true.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 60%. Seeking targeting protocols to Normandy systems.
Assume that direct control.
You could write that out as a command line too, like X is equal to whatever if you're assuming direct control. I don't know coding.
I'm sure I could put something together.
You probably could.
One of my incredibly old scripts has a fucking ASCII Jigglebilly in it, so sky's the limit.
That's good. That's the kind of stuff I appreciate about like coder culture. I can't listen. Logic-based systems have no place with somebody like me, because I don't understand the logic. Illogical-based systems, that I can deal with. Tell you all about why if something will work despite it not being able to. Oh, gross!
Achievement in ignorance. Oh, that thing. That's a fucking Final Fantasy boss. That's what that is.
It's filled with like husk heads.
That reminds me of a very specific boss in Final Fantasy XIV.
That makes sense.
100%. I have control.
My attack was ineffective.
And it was the coolest boss in the coolest dungeon in that game.
I believe it. I suggest we keep shooting.
I hope I remember by the time that you get to it.
Yeah, right on your ass.
I hope so too. I mean,
No shooting.
I'm not too far into that game.
Firing anti-ship batteries at collector vessel.
I'm kind of just now doing like Stormblood.
Yeah.
So you've got a while, I think. Look at this thing just chewing through barriers and armor.
Fucked up.
It's a good gun. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
And look at that. Look at how much you care about the combat.
I know, it's so much better. It's so much better. Could you imagine if Eden Prime had played like this?
That first game would be liked a lot more than it already is.
Yes, it would be.
They have most of the humans on board. They got what...
Oh, no.
Don't let him get away!
There's nothing we can do. They're gone.
Half the colony's in there. They took Egan and Sam and Lilith. Do something!
I didn't want it to end this way. I did what I could.
It was a good fight, Shepard.
Was a good fight.
Wait. I know that name. Sure, I remember you. You're some type of big Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard.
Oh,
Captain
God.
of the Normandy. The first human Spectre. Savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a god, Delan. Back from the dead.
That's a bit much.
Oh, the good
That's a
people
bit
we lost
much.
and you get left behind. Figures.
That's what I'm saying.
Screw this.
Honestly.
I'm done with you Alliance types.
I like that they're playing the Mass Effect 1 theme, though.
I thought you were dead, Commander. We all did.
Well, I was.
I got better.
A reunion has to wait. Cerberus brought me back to stop attacks like this.
Why would you say it like that?
You're with Cerberus now? Garrus, too? I can't believe the reports were right.
Reports? You mean you already knew?
Alliance intel said Cerberus could be behind our missing colonies. We got a tip that this one could be the next to get hit. I went to Anderson, but he wouldn't talk. But there were rumors that you weren't dead. Worse, that you were working for the enemy.
Oh, it's not exactly true.
Cerberus and I want the same thing. To save our colonies. That doesn't mean I answer to them.
Do you really believe that? Or is that just what Cerberus wants you to think?
Back off!
I wanted to believe that you were alive. I just Never expected anything like this. You've turned your back on everything we stood for.
The past is done. You need to focus on what's happening now. You saw it yourself. The collectors are
Ashley,
targeting
how could you
human
possibly...
colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
How could you possibly be
I'd
like
to
this?
believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust
After I
Cerberus.
fucking saved your
And
life.
it worries me that you do. What did they do to you? What if they're
A
behind
lot,
it? What
actually,
if they're the
but
ones
also
working
not
with the
much.
collectors?
Damn it, Williams. You're so focused on Cerberus that you're ignoring the real threat.
I can see you.
Yeah, now you just sound like an idiot.
You show up after 2 years.
Oh, yeah,
and tell
now,
me you're
huh?
working with Cerberus. Sounds like you left reason
Here's the
behind
problem
a long
with...
time ago.
Here's the problem.
Doesn't matter. I still know where my loyalties lie.
Fuck you!
I'm an Alliance soldier.
I
It's
saved
in
your
my blood.
life!
I'm reporting back to the Citadel. I'll let them decide if they believe your story.
Goodbye.
So long, Ash.
So long, Commander. Good luck.
So here's the problem with this. She
Joker,
isn't
send the shuttle
wrong.
to pick us up.
She
Got
isn't
enough of
wrong
this
to be
colony.
like, you know, I don't trust you. This seems wrong. This seems fucked up. I don't like what is going on with you, you crazy cyborg from the dead. But also, this starts a trend in these games of every time Ashley is on screen, she trusts you less despite whatever your choices are. And it's the same thing with Kaidan. Like, if Kaidan lives and Ashley dies, it's kind of the same thing, because, you know, they can only account for so much. But especially if you go, like, consider this. If you went and you were also a character who, like, romanced Ashley or Kaidan in the first game, and you come back and they're like, wow, Shepard, I know where my loyalties lie, you crazy evil cyborg. Go have fun with your terrorist buddies. I'm going back to the Alliance? Like... Alright, whatever, Ashley. Cool. Good talk. And it's a problem of, in Mass Effect 1, we talk to her, and she's A, a racist, and B, just kind of like a... You know, kind of just like a jarhead military type, which I'm not particularly fond of. And then B, she's like,
Shepard,
oh, but I
good
also
work
don't
on
trust
Horizon.
you.
Hopefully the collectors will think
Like,
twice
I don't
before
trust
attacking
anything that
another
you've
colony.
done. It's cool that you're back, but also let's not talk, right? And
Right.
I'm just gonna say it continues. It continues in such a way that it makes it very hard to, like, vouch for her or Kaidan's character. I did enjoy that fight. That was a cool fight.
It was good to finally go toe-to-toe with the enemy.
Now you've got a taste for it. I'll be sure to find a way to keep you sated. The collectors will be more careful now, but I think we can find another way to lure them in.
Such as?
Ash said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus. Was that you?
I may have let it slip that you were alive, and with Cerberus.
You risked the lives of my friend, my crew, and that entire colony, just to lure the collectors there?
A calculated risk. I suspected the collectors were looking for you, or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. I told you I wouldn't sit and wait while the Reapers and collectors gather strength. Besides, they would have hit another colony eventually, and without a way to predict which one, they would have abducted everyone.
We have to
He's
make
kinda
sure
got
we
a
don't
point.
abduct anyone
He
else.
does have a point.
I want the collectors stopped for that very reason. That's why we're doing this, Shepard.
A lot
We're
of these
devoting
can
all
be-
resources to finding a way through the Omega-4 relay.
Omega-4
We have to hit them
relay.
where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back. The same
There's your
goes
point
for
of
you.
no return.
Can I assume you put your past relationships behind you?
I didn't romance anybody. It's fine. It's cool.
I'm free, clear, and focused on the mission.
That's what I like to hear. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
My team's pretty strong.
Let me worry about them. You just find us a way to the Collector homeworld.
I just want to be upfront about your odds. You'll need everyone at their best. I've forwarded 3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I
Hell
find a way
yes.
through the relay. And be careful.
You better do all those loyalty quests, says the elusive man.
Give me more cool people to talk to. And yes, so this is where it becomes clear what type of game Mass Effect 2 really is.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay. Take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
We can do this.
They're powerful, but we've got a few tricks for them. If anyone can stop them, we can.
No argument there, Commander. Horizon just made it hit home. What we're doing, what we're up against. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business. I imagine everyone else is, too. Getting some closure, you know?
I get you, Jacob. Listen, we'll talk to Jacob next time. We haven't had a chance to really talk to him a whole lot quite yet. Wow, look at how many things we have popping up here. So yeah, Mass Effect 2. The structure of Mass Effect 2 is largely go meet these characters, go recruit them, go and gain their loyalty, do their loyalty missions, and by the end of it, make sure that you're ready. Whatever's going to happen when you hit the Omega-4 relay, we don't know what's going to happen, but just make sure that you're ready. And that's all the warning that you get. It's there from the beginning. We'll see it when it happens. As for today, it's pretty much going to do it for us. Anything that you want to say before we head out, Bix?
No.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining Mass Effect 2. We will see you next time.